Okay.
Oh my god.
Normally we should be live now.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, I'm gonna
There
open
you go.
mine.
Fine, maybe.
Okay, wait. I need to close this bottle. Can you hold it? Thank you.
Oh,
But I do need
smells
to
like
Red Bull.
alcohol.
No, okay.
I don't trust it.
I have a big hand. So I
Okay,
can
but
hold
before
something.
we begin, we should introduce you. So, hello
Yeah.
everybody, welcome. This is my friend, Rani. Rani, introduce yourself.
You
Hi.
can talk.
Oh my god, shut up. Okay, so like, hi, I'm Rani, and this is my boyfriend, Kevin.
Hi. Wait. Hi. The other hand wasn't in the canvas.
In school.
Or screen, you can say what you want.
We're
Okay.
setting up our drinks. Was that Red Bull?
Yeah, it's a
I've
vodka
never-
Red Bull.
I've never seen that.
Wait, for real?
For real?
That's literally the best thing that has ever existed to me.
Really? My mom loves Red Bull, and like she has like 2 or 3 a day. I can't stand the taste of it. It tastes like pixie sticks, which you don't
It
have.
does. But like this is just very alcoholic pixie sticks.
Yeah, so today we are celebrating the end of the exam, so
Yes.
it's all set.
Santé. Oh wait, the Flemish way and French way. Santé.
Santé. You don't need to say it in German too.
I don't know what it is in German.
You take German.
But I don't know German.
It's probably something like, no, it's like the same thing, because they say when you sneeze, because they say almost the same thing as Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, tastes so good. Mm.
Oh my god, just doesn't taste like alcohol.
In German.
But like, how does it taste then?
Like chocolate milk.
Oh my god.
Why can
No. I specifically chose Geneva because I've gotten so many comments from people saying, you need to try Geneva, you need to try it, you need to try it. And I've actually had it before. It was something I tried the first time I came to Belgium with Prince Charming. We were dating, and he was like, oh, you need to try Geneva. So we went to this Geneva bar in Ghent.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
thought, yeah, it was so cool. The problem was none of them tasted like alcohol. And
Yeah, no, it does taste like alcohol.
And like they weren't putting them in like shot glasses like this. They were putting them in like these really thin, long glasses. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
that was like, you know, a stylistic choice. And so I didn't think it was alcohol at all. I just thought it was like flavored drinks that they do in Belgium.
Yeah.
So I had like 8.
Ooh.
And we got up to leave, and you know when you're sitting down, it's like, I'm feeling good, and then you stand up, it's like, oh, I'm drunk.
Yeah, I have that all the time. Literally, like usually when I start drinking, I'm like sitting down. So like I'm just like drinking, it's going very smoothly, and then suddenly I just want to stand up, and I'm like, oh, I did not expect this. It just suddenly all hits at in one time.
Yeah. It was really bad the first time because it was like, why am I so drunk? And it's like, well, it was alcohol. It's like, what does it taste like it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't, because like the apple kind of tastes like apple juice, literally.
Yeah. They're so delicious.
Yeah.
It's like, it's, I mean, it's great that it's delicious, but at the same time, it's bad because you just don't taste it.
Mm-hmm. It's so dangerous at the same time because like I drank it times at a party, like in the same night, and I was like, oh my god, I'm feeling great, and I was just like taking like one after the other, and all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, oh this is not good. So yeah, I ended up having to call my parents to come pick me up because I was not okay.
Well, see, you were responsible, so that's good.
Yeah. because I already made a mistake that night and I was like, I'm not gonna do that again.
Well, see, you were responsible. Okay, so I have a question for you. Out
Tell
of
me.
all the exams that we took, which one was
Yeah.
the most difficult?
I mean, Excel didn't go well. Neither did product development. And German was like,
The
eh.
product development one was actually really difficult.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, I actually made flashcards, and I originally just read over the slides. And I was like, I think I'm good. And I said, no, I'm going to actually like keep going through the flashcards. And that's what I was doing the
Yeah.
next morning. And I was like, thank God I did.
Yeah, same. At first I was like thinking of like, should I make a summary? Nah, I don't know. But then in the end I did make a summary and then I was like, oh my God, thank God I did that. Because otherwise that would not have been good.
No, I was so worried because the one because he asked the order of like the new product.
Yeah, I didn't know that anymore. I was like, what the fuck are you asking me?
Yeah, well, there was 8 of them, and I actually made specific flashcards for that, and like made myself memorize the order because he'd stress like, I'm going to ask you the order of it, but I didn't know like what they did in each stage. I just knew the order.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I
Yeah,
kind
it
of know
was
what
like,
you're doing, but what the fuck is it called?
yeah,
I was panicking the entire
and
time. I was like, no.
well, the most horrible thing is like he was like, you need to give the stages, you need to give them in order, and then you need to like explain what each stage is, and then give a practical example.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was
I was
like so
like,
much things in like one question that I got confused. I was
yeah,
like, okay, so like I know what all these things are, but what are you asking now? His questions were like way too long. Like,
there
dude,
was so
just
much writing involved.
yeah,
Like, I don't understand. There were a couple people that seemed to finish in like an hour. It was
yeah,
like, did they not know the answers? Because after the 2 hours, it's like, okay, my 2 hours are up. I guess I need to like finish up.
yeah. But like my hand hurted so much while I was writing. I was like, "Ugh, I still have so many questions to answer. And then I just went like, okay, I'm just gonna go do the multiple questions now. No. Because like I usually just skip them first because I know that I really go through them very quickly. So I just skip immediately to the open questions. But my hands started hurting from writing that I was just like, okay, no, can't do this anymore.
Excel was also really hard. I ran out of time with Excel.
Yeah, I didn't even do everything. I skipped like a few questions or something because either it didn't freaking work or I just couldn't find how to do it.
Oh yeah, I had that problem. There was something, the counta function, where on one of the pages we had to
Yeah,
do the counta function for the what was it?
I think
The
it was the amount.
agencies,
Yeah,
and the function wouldn't work for me. And I was like, I
yeah.
know this is the function. And I came home and I did it on my computer, and it was like, it works. So I lost like 10 minutes trying to figure out what was wrong with the function.
Yeah.
And so it
I
killed me
really
with the graph.
struggled with like the colored circles that we had to put like at certain things.
Uh-huh.
I swear, and that didn't work. It gave me an error every single time. And in the end, I was just like, oh, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just not gonna do it anymore. It didn't work. So I was just like,
Yeah.
why are you doing this to me right now?
No, do you know what I think one of the problems was is that we all learned Excel on our computers at home
Yeah.
versus if we had been at school, we would have had those errors at school. I think that's what the issue is.
That really would have changed everything.
Yeah, because for me, I lost so much time because on my Excel, on my computer, it uses commas, but at school, they uses semicolons. And I couldn't understand what I was doing wrong. And it's like, oh, yeah,
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Then, business office skills went really well for me, but I struggled with logging in.
Oh my gosh, so
It
did
didn't work.
they had to get like the IT lady to come in and she had to do all this stuff and it took me 10 minutes. And he said, okay, you have 5 minutes left. I'm like, do I get extra time? And he's like, no. I was like, but I lost like 10 minutes trying to log in. He's like, well, just finish what you can. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
What bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
it really
God.
wouldn't have mattered because it was the Outlook part, and I did not study Outlook at all for the test.
But Outlook was very easy. I'm gonna be honest, during that exam, I used the help function the entire time. I couldn't be
I've
bothered
heard
to
that.
actually study
That so
business
many
office
people were
skills.
using the help function, and I didn't think of that. But that's because I had like 5 minutes to answer 10 questions, and I was like, okay, I know how to do this, 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 and this. So I skipped the
Yeah.
ones where like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm like, he was standing over my computer, like, okay, you need to stop. It's like, this really isn't fair. I lost 10 minutes logging in.
Yeah, that's like such bullshit. Come on, they really should have gave you like 10 extra minutes.
Yeah. Well, I felt really bad because some girl, she like couldn't log into her computer with the code.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
And she
I
lost
had-
like 20 minutes and they won't give her back that time.
Well, I struggled like before the exam even like actually started. So like I already gotta like ask help from like the teacher. And she said what she was all like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna call someone." And then I was like, "Okay." And then she didn't call anyone. And then she was about to like start the exam, and I was like, "Hey yo, what about me? Do I still exist?" Then she just gave me the login of someone else, and I was like, "Okay then."
I had issues logging in because all the keyboards were in Dutch. So
Ooh.
I had to like, before even starting, I had to go and change the keyboard. And
Yeah.
it was so bad because I was asking the woman, like, I'm sorry, it's been a while. How do I change the language? And she's like, well, it's all in English. And it's like, no. I mean the keyboard. How do I turn that to English? And she's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, the QWERTYs here are Azerty, and I work on QWERTY. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And she's like, you can't work on it? It's like, well, no, because like, look at this password. It has like a little asterisk. I don't even know where that is on the keyboard.
Yeah, I get that. That sucks though. And like also the fact that she didn't understand what you meant.
Yeah.
Like it isn't that hard.
And this was the IT lady. That's what made it worse. It's like,
Oh my god. What the fuck is up with that?
What?
Like, what the hell is she doing?
She's just sleeping. And I'm kind of annoying her once in a while.
Yeah, I noticed that because
When I
sometimes
do
she
this,
just
she's like, no. Then she puts her ears back.
I mean, if I would start stabbing your ears, you wouldn't like it either.
are you torturing the poor cat?
Yeah, he's annoying her. She's just sleeping, and he
Poor
just randomly starts poking her ear and using her as a phone stand.
When she claws you, you only have yourself to blame.
I know.
But the thing
I will
is,
be fine.
she loves him way too much. That's the bad thing. She loves him more than that she loves me.
I keep pressing the wrong thumbs up. I'm like, I do something here, you can see it because I'm like,
That's because you're right-handed.
yes. Like,
It's probably because he has a warmer body temperature.
Yeah. He's
'Cause I
very
feel
hot
like
all the time.
My
I don't
cat
get it.
loves me all day until Prince Charming comes home, and then she's like, okay, bye, human.
Yeah. Because like when he leaves, which will be tomorrow evening, then she will be all up in my space again because she's gonna be like, okay, he's gone. Can I have your attention now? Because like that's my cat. And my other cat is gonna be very happy that he's gone because she's jealous.
she hates me.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
She just can't stand him.
What did you do to her?
Nothing. That's just the
Nothing.
problem.
He just takes up a lot of my attention, which she doesn't like. Because usually I talk to her the entire time. And I pet her and she's like, oh my god, I'm getting attention. And when he's here, yeah, no, that doesn't happen.
Poor kitty cat.
Yeah.
She judges me before I even do something.
Yeah. She really judges everyone. If like anyone she doesn't know comes into my room, she's like, who the fuck are you and what are you doing here?
So, Kevin, did you have exams or are you done with school?
You still had exams.
How did
last
your
week,
exams
I have
go?
my last one.
Next week, you have your last
Yeah,
one.
next week.
Oh, so you're not even done.
Yeah, no, he's not even done.
Okay, cheers to you. Good luck.
Thank you. It's just one. But then
Yeah,
it's finito.
it's Monday, so yeah.
Monday morning.
By the time you will be finished with your exam,
You
I
can
will
wake
be
up.
awake, yes. That's the thing. He basically always had his exams when I didn't have an exam.
Oh.
So, yeah. Every time he had to get up early, I was still sleeping. So, yeah. That sucked for him because I couldn't say like, oh, good luck with your exam.
Or just chat.
Yeah. I really just couldn't do anything.
No, that was so exhausting, the whole exam period. I'm glad it's
Yeah.
over. I'm dreading the fact that it's going to happen again. What is it? When is school over? Is it June or July?
I think it's June.
In June.
Yeah, in June.
Okay. Well, your school year is so much longer here.
I know. It
Like-
sucks.
School in the US will be over in May.
For real?
For real.
I don't.
Keep in mind, I have more school days.
Ha, sucks for you. That's what you get for trying to get your masters. Nah.
Yeah.
Well, once he gets his master's, if he wants to, he can teach at a university.
True. I can be a teacher going back to school.
Yeah.
As if you would like that.
I don't know.
You're way too socially awkward for that.
Details.
Very important details. You're a disaster.
Yeah, but is that really important? I mean, I don't want to say nasty things about our teachers because I think overall most of them are nice. But some of them aren't the best teachers. And we're not going to name names, not on my channel. But there are a couple who are just questionable.
Yeah. But
Like that one teacher who likes to give reading homework and sends it like the night before he wants us to read it.
at 11 p.m. I'm
Yeah,
asleep.
literally
When
the
I'm
night
asleep, he
before.
sends it.
Yeah, and then we'll yell at people. It's like, why didn't you read this? It's like, because we
I was
were
asleep.
Well, you know, I think the issue is that he didn't know that we had classes before his class.
Yeah.
Because
But still.
I forget, it was during one of his classes and somebody's like, oh, we have accounting before this. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that. It's like, yeah, we have lots of classes every day.
Did he really think that he was like the only class we had that day?
I don't know, maybe.
Like, he's not that important.
Okay.
Oh,
Come
have
on.
you checked your email?
I don't know. From what?
Because we got an email from the philosophy teacher that basically
Yeah,
gave us
I saw
homework.
that. He seems a very chill person.
Well, he
Fuck
teaches
you.
philosophy. I think that's part of like you have to be chill to teach philosophy.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very much looking forward to that class because, oh my god, that's probably just gonna be one big brain fuck for me.
Oh, I was talking about that with Prince Charming, that I was like, I think philosophy is like one of the most difficult things to study because it's just a bunch of people sitting around thinking and they just have way too much time on their hands.
Yeah. Oh, but it is gonna be fun though.
No, I wanted to double check my transcript from when I was in university because I'm like 70% certain that I might have taken a philosophy class. And
For real?
for real, I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
if I can get an exemption from this, I really want an exemption.
No, it wouldn't be fun without you.
Yeah, but if we're not in school, and even if we were at school, we wouldn't even see each other.
I know, and it sucks.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, at school, when was it yellow or orange that we were in when we started?
Yellow,
I think
I
it was
think.
yellow.
Yeah,
That
it was called yellow.
yeah, half the students, the even number students based on our student ID got to go
Yeah.
in during 1 week, and then the odd students went in, and I think you're an even number.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm an odd number, so we didn't get to see each other except for on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday was like the only day that I saw you.
Yeah, because that's when everybody had to come in.
Yeah.
And I think then the new semester, the new everybody comes in day is on Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday.
Yeah. But we don't have to go in.
No, because we still have fucking code red. Because our government is being a bunch of asshats.
As usual.
Okay,
Like,
here's
there's-
the whole thing. You really can't complain about your government when you're talking to an American.
I know, but
We've only had 2 days with a stable genius now. Like an actual stable genius.
yeah.
Who's actually doing stuff. Like,
But like the person that's like responsible for like the school stuff and everything, he only talks about high school, middle school, and like elementary school. About college and university, oh no, we don't exist. Like fuck us. We get nothing. We have to stay at home.
I was sort of surprised at the slow response. Because if you remember, I broke my foot and I had a doctor's note not to go in. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm really happy that I broke my foot and don't need to go in because that's when the numbers started to get really bad. And I was like, we should be going in right now. And I was like, thank God I broke my foot. And I kept calling the doctor because it was only supposed to be for like 2 weeks. But like it still hurt to walk and it was my right foot. And I was like, I can't drive properly, so I just kept calling, like, can I get it extended? Like, I can take my classes online. It's not an issue. And my doctor's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was like, because I didn't want to go back to school. I mean, part of it was that I really couldn't drive because my foot hurt to, like, push the pedal. But another part of it was it's Corona and, like, the numbers are bad.
Yeah, I was, like, scared to go to school during that time because, like, the numbers just kept rising and rising and everything was just going to shit. And I was like, why do I have to go to school right now? Belgium is just basically turned to Corona.
Well, I felt really bad because I at least have an advantage that I have the option to drive, so I don't even need to go on public transit.
Yeah, but like, so, I was scared.
Yeah, but the people who have to take the bus or the train, I was like, oh my God.
There was like no distance at all. I was scared all the time to like get it.
Another thing was for the computer lab stuff. She was like, if everybody wears a mask, it's okay. And it's like, this is not 150 meters.
No, it was like literally just like
next to each other.
Yeah, it was so irresponsible almost. I was just sitting there like, why are they doing this to us?
Oh, we have a nice comment. So Trek Draconis says, I hope your exams did go well. I think for the most part they did.
Except for, like, they did.
Like, I definitely failed German. Like 100%. Like there's no like question mark about that.
I'm like, maybe not. I hope I passed.
For the others, like, I don't know. I hope I passed, but I was able to finish the test. I felt like I knew the information, but the thing that will kill me is the guess correction on them.
I
Especially-
hate that correction. I
Yeah.
swear to God.
Yeah, the international trade and payment procedures one. Like, that's the thing that's going to kill me is that guess correction. Oh, okay, so here we go. This is, my school is just fully digital, ready for a year. Also Belgium, but my classes are with a computer. I like our online classes, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
But I like it because then it's more relaxed for me in the morning. Because I have
Yeah,
like an
same.
hour commute.
It also
So-
takes like quite a time for me. And like I don't have to get up early. I can just sleep in a little bit. I'm way more like focused at home. So like everything's just more calm, focused. I mean, for a part, but you know.
Okay, there's this one that 150 centimeters, not 150 meters. I thought it was 150 meters that we had to be between us.
They're 150 centimeters.
Oh, my bad. Oh no, it's 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, Americans and the metric system. You also just use the standardized system of measurement.
Ah. Oh my god. Oh, I have to stretch my legs.
I like your fairy lights in the background.
Yeah. These are like extra ones. Wait, that my mom had like just random on the attic, and she was like, "Hey, can you do anything with it?" I was like, "Definitely, give me."
Okay, hold on. I love that I'm able to sleep longer, otherwise I need to get up every day at 6 a.m. Oh my gosh, that's the same
Yeah,
for me.
same.
I have to get up at 6 and then leave at 6:30. Versus, I mean, I still have to get up at the same time. It's just I get up. Well, actually, no, I can sleep until 6:20. And that 20
Ooh.
minutes makes a whole difference.
Yes, indeed.
Because then I can get up, I make the children's lunch, I can send them off to school. Otherwise, like, I have to do all that the night before, and then it's like, chug my coffee and then go out the door. And I'm always
Yeah.
late. Like,
It isn't fun that way.
yeah. Okay, I'm like chugging this because it's so delicious. And it's, it's so yummy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to slow down because that will be
I'm
awkward.
actually really just calmly drinking this.
I'm done already for a while.
Do you want another one?
Kunnen wait until you're ready.
Hurry up and drink.
Okay. God damn.
Well, actually, no, I guess you can take your time because yours is, what was it, 37%? Mine was
Yeah.
only 17, so I think my, like,
This part is really just like, I really taste the vodka. So like, I'm kind of scared that it's immediately just gonna go to my head.
you have to get like a little stick or something to stir it.
I don't have anything unless I like take one of the metal straws that's just laying in my bedroom. But like then the alcohol is gonna go to my head even faster.
Oh my gosh, the stupid clock.
Ah, the church clock.
Yeah. It's like right next door to us. It's across the street.
Yeah, it's down the street for me.
Well, what's really funny is that I forget what it was. I think it was for New Year's at like 8 o'clock. You were supposed to go outside and stand and like drink to the people for Corona or something. And
Yeah,
they had the bells
nobody
ringing.
did that.
And I was like, oh my God, they are so loud.
Nobody did that here. Like they didn't even care.
Oh, we did. We were the only ones out there. Okay, here. This one's in Dutch. I'm going to let the Belgian. What does it say?
Because of their
Well,
medication, they
read
have
it
to
in
drink.
Dutch with the proper like Flemish accent.
What?
Yeah, because I would read it as door medicines moet leven nul drinken.
Door medicaties moet Leffe 00 drinken.
You said it so pretty.
Well, what's so pretty about it?
Heb ik het anders gezegd?
Because
Like he's from the seaside. He's from Austin. Maybe he will say different than me.
I
Okay.
don't think it's gonna change that much, but if I say it's gonna be like door medicatie moet je even 0,0 drink.
Yeah, see, that's more like
Yeah, you have like I can understand Ronnie. Like your accent isn't that completely different, but you speak in a different way.
yeah.
I'm from the sea, so
When
we speak different.
when he reads, it's a lot more like West Vlaams. But when I read, it's more an, except for my an, the n sounds. That just keeps on being very dialective.
Dutch and Flemish.
No, I love those things. Like it's so amazing to me that like in Poperingen and in Yper, despite the fact that there's like only 20 minutes in distance between them, that they have a complete different way of speaking. It's like
Yeah.
And then like you go from Poperingen to Yper to Kortrijk. I love it.
It's so different.
I'm happy that I live at the countryside. And
I'm jealous of you.
Lincoln was said in a dialect.
Yes. That would just always be in a dialect for me.
West Vlaams.
Yep.
Yep. And then we have, yes, I take medicine so much, bring beer without alcohol. That must be so sad to have to drink the 0.0.
But like there is a difference between it though. I don't like the non-alcoholic beers.
I don't know. They're not that bad, but like we're not drinking beer tonight. I'm drinking Geneva and they're drinking vodka.
Yes.
And so if this wasn't Geneva, it would just be chocolate milk. Without alcohol.
I really need to try that one though.
Let's see.
Next
week will be okay. Well, that's good. You can drink next week.
No.
I'm from Antwerp. Nobody has anything nice to say about Antwerp. Like, I find that really interesting how y'all have horrible things to say about each other within Belgium. Because people will say like really horrible things to me about like West Flanders. And it's like, you guys know that I'm not from West Flanders, so like I don't get what you're like trying to insult me about.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just not even one province in the entire Belgium side, the Flemish side, where we just don't hate everyone, basically.
I have an American friend who lives in Antwerp, and when she was on stream, somebody commented on the fact that she left Antwerp, and it's like, oh, so you visited the parking lot. And we had just been talking about the Christmas market, and I thought they were referring to the fact that the Christmas market is always in the parking lot of the marketplace, downtown. And she's like, oh, no. Like, you have Antwerp, and then the rest of Belgium is the parking lot. I was like, oh.
Okay.
I did not know that.
That's the first time I heard it.
Really? I've heard it before.
No, I didn't.
Well, it's probably because of the confessions that I read on Facebook. The student confessions from students that are at the University of Antwerp. I swear to God, there were so many funny things between those things. Oh my God.
Okay,
I really just laughed a lot because of it.
Antwerp dialect is hard to understand.
It really is.
True.
I really don't know. I don't think I know anybody who's like Belgian and from Antwerp. I know people who live in Antwerp, but they're foreigners.
Yeah, I've heard like a few Antwerpish. Wow, my English is going to suck by the end of this. But like, I've heard a few people from Antwerp speak, and most of them, I'm like, you guys use very different words.
I once had someone from Antwerp in my class, and he tries to talk Dutch, but we once asked how they speak in Antwerp, and like one of the words that keep in mind is always vis.
Vis?
Which sounds like fish, like fish, but in that way, I think if I remember correctly, it was veul or so.
Ah, vies.
Yes.
Ja, het is vies. Het is... Ja, nee.
The way they spoke, it sounds like fish. Fish. That's so strange.
Okay, I understood dirty when you said that, but I'm thinking
Yeah,
I'm thinking
because,
like,
Het is
No.
vies.
Really confusing.
Mostly I say that when like I don't like the taste of something.
It's like my
Dat
fish is
smaakt
fish.
vies.
I'd say that is niet lekker.
Yeah, I just say dat smaakt vies. If I really don't like it, then just
Yeah.
that is vies.
I have 10 cents. It's like my fish is fish. My fish is fish.
Oh, that's confusing. Oh my god.
Yes.
B Jagger has
I really
that West Labs is okay to understand.
Mm.
Let's see. I grew up, but I can understand a bit better, but it's heavy and I have no idea. I think that's I don't know. I'm getting drunk now, so I don't know what that's in reference. Okay, but
Okay, let's go round 2.
B Jagger is from Siberia.
Ooh.
Is that how you say that in English? That seems weird. Siberia. How do you say that in English?
Serbia?
Serbia? I don't know.
Serbia, that's it. Ugh. We drink rakia.
I guess it's like that.
And he's lived in Belgium. Okay, he said 2A, but over here he corrected it to
20 years. Oh, that's quite some time.
yeah. And then ik ben van Zulte. Is that in Belgium?
Ah,
Okay. Where is it?
Zulte, that's like kind of like. Oh, wait, I'm gonna need to think where it is.
Okay, is it like on the Dutch side or the French side? We'll start there.
Dutch side.
Okay, is it on the left side of Brussels or the right side of Brussels?
Left side.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Oh,
Isn't that like kind of?
between Kortrijk and
Oh, we found it. It's between Kortrijk and Hens.
mostly we.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know
Yeah,
where
not
that
that far from Kortrijk, actually.
I
Yeah,
think it's
Waregem isn't that far.
train routes.
Wait, you are a
Yeah, I
good.
thought it was in East Flanders, but I wasn't really sure.
What is bussy? Or is it bossy? Make more videos about Belgium. I like it. Many people don't know about Belgium. Yeah, that's because Belgians are very humble.
It's
I
just a
guess,
small little country.
But a lot of our country is just made out of, farming land. And even our cities aren't that important, so that's why if you talk to someone that's not from Belgium or like the Netherlands or France, then they just don't know what Belgium is. They're like, is that a tiny country?
Yeah, but I feel like most Belgians don't talk about themselves, and if they do, it's sort of like
We
Belgians
talk bad about ourselves.
do humor. That's what I love about living in Belgium is that like people will make fun of you, but they'll also make fun of themselves.
Yes.
Because like if you notice,
Basically just Belgium in a nutshell.
the national like what's it called like monument for Belgium is Mannequin Piss, which is a little boy peeing. And I love that, especially when football comes around, because they show Mannequin Piss peeing on all the other countries, and it's like that's why they made him just like mwah, chef kiss.
Did you just drink it pure?
Small bit, yes.
Honey, you're getting an alcoholic. It'll be coming. Whoa, my god.
Just a little sip. Don't tell me it's in your head already.
No. Wait, I'm definitely just gonna make a face. Oh my god.
Yes.
No, I have family members who think I'm an alcoholic because I drink beer once a week. So
Oh, I really don't like that taste. Oh, I like the vodka from the Corey better.
well, why'd you get the that one?
Because I didn't go to the Corey. I went to the laser.
No, hit my head.
I don't think I've been to Colruyt. Everybody says that's the place that you need to go.
Yeah, because before Corona, my cat just jumped. Before Corona, you got yeah, those little taste thingies. You could always just go get like cookies and everything that was just like on display.
Free food and drinks.
Yeah,
Oh,
free
God.
food, free wine.
What is that called in English? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Free samples. Oh,
Yes, samples. They always did like samples. Like now with Corona, I don't know if they do it. I haven't been
I don't
to
think
the
they
college
can
in a
because
long,
everybody
long
gonna
time.
touch it, so it's not really corona friendly.
Yeah, that's true.
no, I go to Deleuze, which is the expensive one. Well, I
Yeah,
used
that is
to.
expensive.
Now I go to Carrefour because it's closer.
Carrefour is also expensive.
Yeah, it's also
but
expensive, but
a bit
less
less
expensive than the Deleuze.
And Audi and Lidl are the cheap ones.
Yeah, I always go to the Lidl.
Or Smash, but I don't think they
No.
have that everywhere.
The Smash sucks, okay? It sucks.
Just close down.
Okay, no, the best place to go to get food is the market.
Yes.
Or to go directly to the farmers. Like, don't get potatoes at the grocery store. They're
No,
disgusting.
go to the
Go find a
farmers.
farmer.
Like, go get your, like...
Albertine is also good.
Yeah, it's also fairly
And they are
cheap.
starting and make more shops in Belgium.
Yeah, we're gonna have one here in England. So
Yes.
very excited
We
about
got
that.
one in Ostend like last year or something.
Colorite display
no.
foods is the
Really
best.
bad.
Is Colorite the one that, because I think I've been there, but it was with a friend, where they have the freezers, but they don't have the glass. Like, they have pictures on the outside to show what's inside.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
that's
it's the
one,
store
that's
that's more environmentally friendly.
I guess.
Well, no, I was under the impression that the reason why they don't use the glass display freezers was because they're not as energy efficient as the other ones.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then I want some fresh and cheap food that's on market. Yeah. I swear, there's some bakery that comes to our market, and oh my gosh, they have the best bread. I haven't been there since going to school, though, because it's on a Thursday morning for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had German, so couldn't go. And now we'll have German and accounting on Thursday.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No, my worst day, and this is why I'm really hoping that we don't go back to school, is going to be Monday, because I only have talent development.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm going to drive an hour to take an hour class and then have to drive an hour back.
It's really just terrible.
See, because I think afterwards that's when everybody has English.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so boring to me. It's just
Oh.
like...
How was the English test?
It was so easy. I had like more difficult exams when I was in high school. My second year, when I first had English. That was more difficult than the exam that I took for English. It was so basic. Like,
I
just
feel
making
worried
some
about that
sentences
test
passive and everything.
only because the teacher is the communications teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The communications test, that was really easy.
Yeah.
Did you have a good group?
I had Rosen and Jennifer. So like it was still okay.
I had Sarah and Marie, and
Huh.
yeah, they're very talkative, and we actually we did a Teams call or a Facebook call. We did some kind of call before the test, and I feel like we cheated because we practice everything. Like, even, okay, well, this is what you're doing, so when we give feedback, this is what we can say. So everything that we did for the test was like really scripted.
Oh my god, that's so handy. Like before the exam actually started and the teacher joined like the call,
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking with Rosen and Jennifer the entire time. But when I had to give feedback to Rosen, he easily got like very defensive, and I was like, You okay? Like, do you have some anger issues?
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, some
we
people
just-
don't take criticism well. That's just an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, random thought. Best ice cream I have ever eaten in, how do you say that name? Knokke
Knokke.
at Glacier de la Poste. That's French. Was it on the French side? Is Knokke on the French side?
No, it's at the
Dutch at the sea.
yeah.
Like if you have the
Oh,
coast,
okay.
it's just
If
right.
you're ever there, try it. I recommend the speculoos, and they make the ice cream
Ooh.
themselves. Okay, that must be a Belgian thing because one of the best ice creams that I've ever had is at this little shop in Yper, and it's homemade ice cream. And they also make homemade chocolate, and that's like my go-to place to get chocolate so that I can take home and give to people, and they like just, oh my god, this is the best chocolate ever because it's homemade. It's delicious. But their ice cream, oh my gosh.
I swear, every place where you just make the ice cream themselves, amazing.
Yeah, the mom and pop shops in Belgium are amazing. Like my butcher is amazing. It's like I hate like going to the grocery store is only like to buy all the highly processed stuff like rice or cereal or pasta.
Yeah.
And if I could get those at like some specialty mom and pop shop, I would. It's like you can't get préparé at the grocery store. You have to get it at a butcher shop.
It's not the same. Like at the butcher, the préparé and everything is just amazing. And if you buy it at the grocery store, it's like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can eat it. It's still good. It's just it's better at a not a bakery, but a butcher.
At the bakery. Wow, you're getting a préparé at the bakery?
Next door to the bakery, but it's not the good bakery. I'm not sure if you have that where they're good bakeries and then not so good bakeries.
Well, in Engelmünster, it's really just dependent. It just depends on what exactly you want. You want like some kind of like tart or whatever, or like really good like those how is it called? On Beethoven. Like those are just the best at my at a bakery that's not too far from my home. Like if I go to the one in Brugstraat, then it's definitely just like for cakes and everything. But if I want like good bread, I can just go anywhere here. But if I want good like those special like, it's not bread, but like it's always with like something special, like raisins or anything.
I like the little pistolet thingies. Like
yeah, those kind of things. If I want good ones, then I definitely just have to go to my like my bakery that's not too far. It's like just a street away.
Oh yeah. Your bread in Belgium, like I know France is known for its bread, but I've said like before in videos, like no, France can have baguettes. They do amazing things with baguettes, but the best bread in the world is literally from Belgium.
It really is.
Like you can go to the grocery store and the bread there is delicious. I mean, the bread at the bakery is good, but it's like, oh my gosh. It's just so amazing here. And it's like, it's real bread. Like, I didn't realize I didn't grow up with real bread because you have this thing where your bread goes stale.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard. I never had that growing up because our bread comes in a bag and like they put all this like oil in it so that it lasts longer. So it like it will go moldy before it goes stale.
What the?
Yeah.
What do you guys do with your bread over there?
They add oil to it. And I was so confused because after like 3 days, our bread got hard. And I was like, what's wrong with our bread?
Oh my god. But yeah, that's just because that's very fresh bread.
Okay, I have a question. Is your name Dwight? And I'm guessing this is not your boyfriend. You look like someone.
No, his name is not Dwight. He's Kevin. He has like the kind of like a dog name.
That's not
Wait,
a dog
You
name.
have
I
the
know.
personality of a golden retriever. You like cuddles.
You mean the annoying one or the?
Depends on my mood.
Yeah, it's really just like a dog name these days.
In America, it's a dog name.
Yeah, I don't know
Kevin
why.
is not a dog name.
I've seen a lot of people call their dog Kevin, and I'm like, why the fuck do you do that?
I don't know anybody who has a dog named Kevin. I know lots of people who have dogs named Cody.
Yeah, that's also more dog name. Don't know why, but
Oh, shush. He really looks like someone I know. Do you know anyone from Zulte?
nope.
You don't really know a lot of people.
Yeah,
Is your
most of
middle
my
name
was to
like-
begin with, so
Maybe it's your doppelganger.
ooh, that
Do you have a
would be interesting.
doppelganger?
Yeah, I'm sure I have, but I don't know any of them. So
Yeah, probably.
Too much
Too much
beer.
beer.
It's never too much beer. But
Yeah.
whenever it's beer, it's Geneva Chocolade. And then vodka. Is it the normal Red Bull or the flavored Red Bull?
The normal.
just normal vodka Red Bull.
I have one at
I've
home.
never
I'm a
seen
twin. Oh!
Ooh, that's nice.
Okay, but are you identical or fraternal twins? Because I have twins. Not like I am a twin, but I gave birth to twins. And they're fraternal twins, but people don't believe me because they're like, they look alike. And it's like, they don't. They really don't.
Oh, you look so cute. No, don't do that. Just being cute. That'll be cute.
Ah, they're not identical. Do people think that you look identical?
Some can see that.
Some can't see the difference between us, and some don't even think we're brothers.
What?
Oh my god.
No, that's
Okay, that's very random.
It's like
Geneva is like man, I can't read anymore. Vodka, I love it. I don't think it is because this only has the ABV of 17%, which is why I don't feel so bad about drinking this much because the ABV is a lot lower. She's drinking something that's 35%, but I think it's mostly
37.5.
okay, 37.5. But I think you're drinking a lot slower than I am because I don't know how many shots I've had. See, I should have just gotten a big glass, but oh my gosh, it tastes like chocolate milk.
Oh my god, why is it itching? Stop itching. Yeah, both who said that were teachers.
Yeah, both who said that
nice.
were teachers were funny, but what do we get? Different we look though.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Okay. Wow, I needed to read that like 3 times to get it.
I was in class with like brothers who were also twins. I don't think they were identical, but like in the beginning, we really just couldn't tell the difference between them. And then like at the ends of like elementary school, so like 6th grade, then you really could like start seeing the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like they messed up their name so many times.
We had identical twins, and the only reason we could recognize who it was the color of the glasses. That was literally the only reason we know
knew.
who we're talking to.
That's
really
really
strange.
Maybe you will have a headache.
Oh, that's because they diluted the Geneva with chocolate milk. But isn't it always diluted? Because I don't know. I've only ever had the flavored ones. Like, can you just get straight Geneva?
I think you can.
Because, like, I was looking at the grocery store and there was chocolate, there was vanilla, there is, oh, what is it in, it's Creek. What is that in English?
Okay.
Yeah, Creek. But what is it in English?
Cherry?
Yeah, cherry. Gosh.
Non bananas.
Yeah. And I think there was like 2 more fruit flavors.
Dan staat erop als kersen. Dan krieken we een stukje.
Then not too much quickly. Maybe you'll have a headache tomorrow. No, I have water that I'll be drinking. There will be no headache.
I have apple juice and water, so I will also make sure I don't have a headache.
Okay, yeah. Proper Geneva is easily over 40. Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know what that's in reference to. No, not at all. And then you certainly can.
That was referring to like the normal Geneva without it being diluted.
Oh, okay, yeah. The worst thing is if people just call us twins instead of even trying to say the name.
That's rude of them. Oh my god. You can just ask the person like, which one are you? If you like don't want to be like saying the wrong name, I would just ask them. Come on.
No, I think I would probably resort to just because I'll probably remember last name. And so, because I do this sometimes, right? I forget people's first name, but I remember their last name. So I'll just be like Mr. or Mrs. or Miss, and then last name. Like if I do that, it's because I don't remember your first name. I'm sorry.
I never remember people's last name. Like if I talk to my parents about someone, and like usually I know like the place where I live, but like their last name, no way. And if I'm talking about them to my parents, they're like, "Oh yeah, what's their last name?" How am I supposed to know that?
No, I found that I've had that issue this year because I don't know any of our teachers' last names. And that was very problematic because I was just addressing everybody as like Professor Ann, Professor Stephen, Professor Damien, because that's how it was when I was in school. And I actually got an email from one of the teachers that said, you probably should be addressing them as Mr. and Mrs. and then their last name. And I was like, but their names are in Dutch.
Yeah.
It's like, the accounting teacher and then the intro to marketing teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, their last names are almost exactly the same. I think one is like Vanderbroek and the other one is Van Den Broek or something like that.
I honestly have no clue what the last name is of the teacher for marketing.
I just know his is Professor Philip and he doesn't spell Philip right because he spells it with an F.
Ah, wait, Van der Beke is his last name.
Yeah, that's it. See, it's like the same as the accounting because hers is Vanderboek, only like with a Dutch accent.
Van den Broeke.
Yeah, because I could not remember their last names. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. They're just going to be professors.
For real. Ah, my belly button. Why was that necessary? Stop laughing. People laughing all evening.
He's getting tipsy. That's why he's happy.
That you're getting tipsy.
Maybe.
Our king's name is also Philip with an F.
Yeah. My parents always refer to him as Flipke. Because we can't take him seriously. No. Like he would barely remember that we have a king because every decision is just like made by the government.
Can I point?
See, I love the monarchy in Belgium and I feel like I love it so much more than the Belgians. But it's because it's like, you guys don't understand. That for me, like a monarchy is out of like Cinderella. Like it's a fairy tale. Like, because there was a monarchy in Cinderella. Beauty and the Beast. The Beast was a prince or something. Like it's literally something out of a fairy tale. And then you come to Belgium, it's like, oh no, we totally have a king. It's like, really? princes and kings and all that are real?
Yeah, but the only problem here is that they aren't handsome.
True.
Yeah, we indeed don't care. We seriously just don't care about that.
Most of the people see it as a waste of money too.
Yep.
Well, see, I only like it because of like the fairy tale idea. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, what do they do exactly? And they're like, we don't know.
They just spend their money.
We care even less about
Indeed.
politics.
Because they get paid way too flipping much.
Yeah, not too many too.
And like we're such a tiny country and they're with so many. I don't get it.
Okay, every summer, I think in August, you can visit.
Yeah, I think so.
But you have to pay for that? I would just assume it would be free.
We keep breaking our record of no government. Indeed, we do. It's amazing. Surely Prince Laurent is really handsome. No, he's not. He's an old man, and I don't even know what he's doing with his life.
Yeah, world record. Well, no, because you had, what was it, like 2.5 or like 3 years of something without a government?
Yep.
Well,
That's
we
the
didn't break
record.
it this time, did we? Because we got a government. Wait, do we still not have a government?
I think we have one right now, but everybody is like, oh no, it's not my government because this isn't who I voted for. Which honestly
Okay.
I can't even bother to think about because it doesn't even matter. They're still just gonna do whatever they want anyway.
Because I remember when Corona started, they had like an emergency government to deal with the Corona stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this emergency government is doing more for Corona than my country, that it has like an actual functioning government. And I was just like really annoyed by that. Okay, goodness, a comment. Oh, no, we definitely have a government. I was going to say, I thought we did.
Yeah. With like dingen. The one for health. Frank van der Broeke or something like that. And
Oh, we got a new health minister?
the what?
We got a new health minister?
Yeah. It is not the fat lady anymore. It's not Mahi
Minister is that
anymore.
very big woman.
Yeah, Mahi. It just we all laugh about it because she's actually a doctor. And her health is very concerning. I mean, if you look to her like her body, it's not okay. Yeah, Alexander de Croo.
And then I think we have one, but I don't know for sure. And this explains how much you care and how less it affects us.
Indeed.
No, okay, I think the first time that I came to Belgium was actually during the time when you guys didn't have a government. And people were like, oh yeah, we don't have a government. And my mind broke because I was like, how does that work? Why don't you have a government? And they're like, well, and they're trying to explain it to me, but nobody knows. And they're like, well, nobody really knows how the government works except for the politicians, but
Yep.
they don't know either because they're really bad at their jobs. And I'm like, but how do things get done without a government? And then they were like, well, did they get done in the US with the government? I was like, point taken.
Oh, so this last comment, I love it.
I think, oh, yeah.
Let's go back so we can brag about having a gay Italian prime minister again. Yes, me too.
We have 6. Okay, no, I think it's, you have 6 or 7 depending on how you choose to count them.
I don't know. I'm not gonna even bother. I had to learn about like the government last year, and nope.
Okay,
Not gonna bother about it.
it's either 5 or 6 or 6 or 7 depending on how you count them. And I had to learn it for the integration course, which I had to take so that I could get my residency card. And the whole government system here is just like, it's special.
I still want my government.
And we have one, and
Well, we still had 5 governments who are up and running. We just had a caretaker. Okay.
Okay, I think if I remember correctly, this Devel, or maybe it was the other one, the D guy. Oh no, it was D Jaggers who was the foreigner. I was going to say the foreigner knows more about your government.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. They have to learn more about it than we have to.
Okay, we have 6 to 9 depending on how you count them.
There were 7, but not long ago, 2 of them merged. I think I remember that.
Isn't that the Dutch, German part and French that became one? Yeah,
How the
Walloon.
fuck am I supposed to know? Okay.
No, I think
I
saw it
only
on a
learned
video
about the
once.
government a year ago.
I saw a video like last year or something about it.
Oh no, that was like the horrible thing about law, is that he was like talking about governments and whatnot, and he was talking about the Belgian government, and I was like, I really don't know anything about the Belgian government. Like, I barely know about the American system.
Yeah, I mean, like, neither did I. Like, he's talking about all those different governments from other countries, while we don't even know our own country.
Okay,
Like,
so
that, bro.
Catherine, you have a very Flemish name. I feel
Is
like if I did, it would be Katrijn, and it would be spelled Katrijn because that's the Dutch version of Catherine.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I'm not originally from here, and Catherine came from my aunt Kathy, who I was named after for my middle name.
Ja, dank er maar niet wel over na.
One federal, one Flemish, one Brussels, one French-speaking one Walloon, one, and one German-speaking.
That sounds very logical for Belgium.
Yeah.
Okay, we have in the US the federal government, state government, and then local. So there's just like the 3. Yeah, Katrijn is 1.
Katrijn.
And then there's Katrign.
That's 6. You can make it 9 if you want to get really complicated about Brussels.
Yeah, how would you say that one? Is it the same, Katrijn?
Katrijn.
Yeah. No, see, I saw that because if I ever have a daughter, that's what I wanted to name her. And my husband was like, no.
I would also not call her that.
I think it sounds pretty. And then, yeah, 6.
But that's because you don't have the mindset of the Belgian people.
That's true. Well, for my children's current names, which I'm not saying online just because, privacy and all that, I will say that we tried to choose like international names because at the time we were living in France and we really needed the names to work in French, in Dutch, and in English. And it is so hard to find names that work in 3 languages.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when it comes to like French or Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah, and you never call them Karen. Never.
Okay, well, the whole Karen name has been ruined by people.
Because a lot of people named Karen are just very awful people. Most of them are female, so they should be bitches. Wow, I'm basically that bitches. That was a vegetable.
Okay, why not? Okay, so I'm thinking that you don't know, but okay, there's like a meme going around that, and I think it started because of the coronavirus, maybe. Maybe it was before that, but I just saw the meme for the coronavirus where you had like people going to the store and like freaking out that they were like being asked to wear a mask because, pandemic. And so the women who had meltdowns were called Karens.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah.
I feel so bad for people with the name. Yeah.
Same.
It probably just very much sucks for them.
I don't know anybody named Karen though. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I don't feel like it got as much attention before. Or maybe I just live under a rock. I have been living under a rock for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, because you were studying, you didn't even know what was going on in America. I knew more about it than you did.
No, there was a whole coup, a revolution, whatever it's being called. I didn't know about it. I think it happened on the 6th, and on the 6th, I had a test. That was a communications test, and then afterwards, I had to study for Excel. I was busy, okay?
I get it.
And then everybody else is like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? It's like, I think I have to study, and I don't have time. That's what I think. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
All the Karens I know were really smart and nice. It's unfortunate their name has been sullied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I'm happy giving.
And that his name is
Andre.
That's unique.
Oh, I
That's
like that. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that name though. It gives me kind of, Lord of the Rings vibes.
I was thinking that's like the perfect dragon name. Like if you're
Yes.
a dragon shifter, oh my gosh. I'm already thinking like that could be a story, a dragon shifter romance. I'm stealing your
Yes,
name.
indeed. Oh my god.
And then congratulations on school. Yes, we only have 2.5 more years, assuming that we don't fail anything and have to carry over classes. Well, that's the first person who said it correct on the first time.
For real? Oh my god.
Cool.
What are you looking?
Nothing.
What you doing?
Just watching.
He's bored with the live stream.
No.
I'm gonna be honest, I love your parents. They're so creative. Oh my god.
Okay. Now, I hate to say, your name is a dragon name. Your brother's name, I'm getting elfish vibes. Like, that's an elf name.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. I love it. I love it. Oh my god.
And
His name is Nordish. I really love like those Scandinavian names.
Same. Galactic.
Ooh,
Galactic.
that's so cool though. Oh my god.
okay. Well, where does Rani come from? Is there a story behind there? Was there a grandma? Or an aunt?
There was a sheep.
What?
Yeah. There was a sheep named Rania. And my dad really liked that name. My mom would have called me Michelle.
Rani is more interesting, to be honest, than Michelle.
Yeah. I'm glad.
At least I'm not a sheep. I'm not a sheep. They kind of like found a way in the middle and called me Rani. But like for real, when I heard that she was gonna call me Michelle, I was like, I could have had such a fancy name. Like for me, that's fancy. And then she chose to call me fucking Rani.
I like Rani better, to be honest.
Me for my name in like elementary. So like I was like, do you know how many struggles I could have avoided?
Well, now there's another Rani.
Yeah, first person in my entire life that I've met that has the same name as me.
Well, I feel bad because so I talk about people and I'll tell my husband, so I was talking to Rani, the good one. And you're the good one because you're the one that I know. And the other Rani, she isn't the bad one. I didn't know her. So you were Rani, the good one. And so that sort of just became the good one. So you're the good one that I talk to all the time. And the sad thing is, I recently started talking to the other Rani, who just become the other. Oh, and I feel so bad because she's so sweet. She sent me the summary for the German dirty DOS things because I had said that I was having issues with it. But you're still the other, and you're the good one.
Oh my
Mhm.
Okay, here's this. If we were girls,
god. Adali and Alida. I like Alida more.
I like your current names more. I'm happy that you're boys.
Yeah. Same though.
Yeah. Because you have a dragon name and an elfish name. That's just awesome. For wanting to do that.
Yeah. Eh.
Because the only problem, what was his brother's name?
Wait. I'm gonna look back. If it allows me.
They both started with A. It was Arvid and then Adirik.
Arvid, yeah. Just a pure terror and confusing. Yeah.
The whole thing is with the girls' names, they have the same letters, but
But it's just
the order
placed
is different.
differently.
And see, I only noticed that because my dyslexia just like randomly kicked in. I was like, that's the same name.
Yeah, I had struggles at first. I was like, oh wait, yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah. But Adirik and then Arvid, that doesn't sound the same. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Your name basically means queen.
From who?
I think he's talking about your name, Rani.
I don't know. I'll just see what he responds.
Rani. I bet it does. It's probably like some form of Regina.
I don't know.
Yeah, koningin.
Yeah, it
Queen.
is. It's Rani
Oh my
as a
god.
name is Hebrew or Sanskrit,
English tongue.
and it means she is singing or queen. Can you sing?
No?
Okay, that is definitely queen.
But that really reflects my personality.
Yeah.
My loyal servant. Adric means rich and brave because his personality.
Zesbrevning. Versick. Knap. Slim. Nobel.
Kunnen nobel veranderen door loyaal? Arvid is Eagle of the Forest.
See, it's totally an Elvish name.
Definitely. Now, rich and brave.
Totally dragon.
Something... Yeah, it's dragon. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so perfect.
That's amazing.
Like, that makes me so happy that the name meanings match up to that.
Indeed. Oh my god.
Well, it's really an old name that almost nobody in the name has it. Wait, did I read that right?
Almost nobody has it. Yeah, it's indeed a very unique name.
Well, see,
I can understand why you love it.
That's good because my name, which Catherine is my middle name, and part of the reason why I go by Catherine is because my first name is so popular that there were so many girls with my name that it was one of those things that there was all the variants of the name, and then they were like, okay, what can we call you? And it's like, just call me Catherine. It's okay.
Yeah.
But then I moved to France, and they couldn't say Catherine. Like, it was always Catherine. And it's like, that's not my name. Like, it's Catherine. Katrine is another name. So I went back to my first name.
No. That just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I'm tired. Well, it's only 9:19. See, I'm not tired because I was tired earlier, but I drank coffee at like 6. Because I was
I'm not
thinking,
tired currently because I had a lot of like candy and I played a lot of video games today. So I
oh,
think I
that's
just
what
very
I'm doing
much
for
woke
like
up.
2 days straight now. It's like I'm taking my 2 days, I'm not doing anything, and then
Mhm.
like I have to be a grown up starting tomorrow.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because I have to
You
go
know, like
grocery shopping and then I'll need to do the laundry and do all boring stuff.
boring adulting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, my cat is joining us again.
Hello, kitty cat. What's your cat's name?
Minus.
Minus. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Okay, so in French you have like an endearment called minette, which is like little something. I don't know. And so I just thought that that was like a pet name that you have for your cat because it sounded like minette.
Yeah. This one is the youngest of the two, and the other one is called Nanu.
Nanu. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Our
forget that.
original plan was to have like two cats from like the same,
Breed?
no, not breed.
Place?
Well, the place where we got Nanu, they had like different kitties and everything. And my mom was like trying to decide if she was going to get one cat or two cats for me. Because like I was there, I got to choose one. But then she was like, wait, no, we're not gonna do too much at once. Because if we would have chosen two, then it would be Nanu and Minu, just without S.
Mhm.
And then like wait, I got Nanu in second grade, so I was like about 7 or 8. I think it was 7. And then like 3 years later, I got Minus from a litter from my somebody who was in my class because his cat just got like tiny
Oh,
kittens and yeah, but like Minus is a lot bigger than Nanu. Nanu is like tiny and getting like kind of old.
judgy, angry.
She's just angry because you steal all the attention from me.
She just doesn't like you.
Yeah,
Indeed.
accept it, Kevin. My cat will never like you. She does like you because like she's just laying there being all like, oh my god, I'm getting attention. While Nanu is literally nowhere to be seen.
Okay, here's the whole thing. Catherine, I was surprised about what you study here in Belgium. What is actually that? Is that some bachelor's or specialization for some job or something like sommelier, specialty for wine? Actually, Ronnie and I are in the same class. We're studying the same English program of business
Yep.
management and entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
And if I was going to study, like, I wouldn't be a sommelier for wine, for reasons. I'd probably be I can't remember what it's called. I think it's a Sirione, which is the like sommelier but for beer. But you can easily become that in the US. You just have to give like $5,000 or something. But in Belgium, to become a beer specialist, you actually have to go to school and study beer, and it's like a whole process. By the end of it, you get a bachelor's.
Yeah, same in Dutch and Netherlands and for the
Yeah, like you learn about microbrewing, like there's all this chemistry involved. Because I actually looked into it thinking, oh, that would be interesting. And then I was like, oh, no, that's just way too much work for. I just want to try beer. Like, I really don't care about anything else. Like, does it taste good? What's the art like? I don't
Oh
need
my
to
god.
do that.
But yeah, what we do is like just like a bachelor diploma.
Yeah. It is different, I would say, at least from my perspective, because a bachelor's degree takes 4 years in the US, and over here it only takes 3.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, bachelor is 3 years and what's the other? Een graduaat, the English Dutch-speaking people will understand me. And graduaat is like 2 years, so like it's even shorter.
Oh yeah, like an associate's degree.
And
I
specialization is
guess.
just 1 year.
Ja, specialization is zo speciaal.
No, because you have an associate's degree, at least in the US, which is 2 years, then your bachelor's is 4 years. And normally if you get like a certification or something, that's a year.
Mm.
Oh, they're saying
It's not a master. A master is after you've done your
Bachelor.
It's like a shorter version of the bachelor, but you don't, you don't earn as much.
Yeah, I'm going to say that that's an associate's degree.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he said could actually, yeah, I think it actually might be that way. I don't know. I didn't get that much information about it.
2 years then, which means bachelor.
Okay, so here's a question for you, Rani. Are you going to do a master's?
Oh, hell no. I'm already sick of school. I swear.
Hey, Celine's here.
Hi.
Okay, Selena Terranova is a friend that I met through Twitter. She's Belgian from the French side, but she lives in England.
Oh, that was a lot for me to process.
Okay, so Belgian.
Yes.
French side.
Yes.
But she doesn't live in Belgium anymore.
Okay, so
Walloons, but in England.
Wallonia.
Wallonia. Wallonia.
And then have a fun stream. I'm going to go to bed early. Okay, I think you said earlier that you have another exam, so good luck on that, unless that was somebody else. In which case, I'm sorry. My excuse is that I'm tipsy.
I'm also kind of getting tipsy. I don't know. I'm already just having it very hard.
Are 3 wires?
Yeah,
Okay.
please. See, this is why he's my loyal servant. He's just like running for me.
Like, I'm already halfway done through this bottle. This stuff, like, I love Genever so much.
I still have quite a lot.
But I hate the fact, like, this doesn't taste like alcohol. I know later I'm going to get
I need it. Babe, can you close the door a little bit more?
No.
You look so fancy.
I know. This is like one of the fans that he got me this summer because I always have it way too warm.
My brother always uses the word peasant for that.
I mean, I would if he was my boyfriend. And I would also call him a peasant, but yeah. He still buys me a lot of stuff, so I have to be respectful.
You know what's really funny is that I see lots of like YouTubers will say like peasant as a joke, and there will be like so many people in the comments that get offended by that. It's like, you guys realize it's meant as a joke.
That's the problem with so many people. They really just can't take a joke.
No, see, that's what I've become spoiled with Belgium. Oh, okay. Alcohol tastes like alcohol is dangerous. That is true. No, but I have gotten really spoiled when it comes to Belgium because it's like I haven't met anybody who gets offended over anything. Like, you can say like some of the meanest stuff, and it's like, I will get offended before like a Belgian gets offended, and they'll be like, but objectively it was funny. It's like, yeah, but they're being really mean about Belgium. It's like, but it was
Oh my god. Well, sorry, I'm not an alcoholic like you are. You just don't taste the alcohol.
Okay.
I do.
colored alcohol is not good.
Everything that like just doesn't taste like alcohol is so dangerous.
Tastes like lemon.
Well, normally, I don't know. I'm trying to think, because normally with the beers that I try, because they're so like Belgian family brewers or like their craft beers. I don't know what you'd
Mhm.
call that in like Belgium. Normally they don't have coloring. It's only when I have beers that are made by InBev that they're just like, here are a whole bunch of ingredients that like chemicals. It's like, oh, actually no, that's false because I had this beer, Desperado. You can tell it's a crappy beer because it's in a clear beer bottle. That's like a big no-no when it comes to beer. And this was red. And it's not Belgian. It's from the Netherlands. But it was very tasty.
I don't like beer from the Netherlands.
Really? I had,
From Belgium, yeah.
I think it was Zanduk or Zan something. I think it was a blonde. It was very tasty. I was surprised. Because normally I would say I'm sort of a snob when it comes to beers. And it's like, if it's not Belgian, it's like, it's probably not going to taste good. Like, I'm sorry to all the, like, amazing people who make beers. It's just, like, Belgium puts love into their beer. I don't know what they do. It just, it's like next level goodness.
Indeed.
Also, you can tell, like, this is not good because it comes in a clear bottle. I was like, what other beer did I try recently?
Oh my god, my eye.
It didn't show. Because I hide the clear bottles, because beer should not come in a clear bottle. Because it Zondert. That's the one. That is a really tasty beer. And it's also from the Netherlands. But it's delicious.
I've never heard from it.
Same.
It's an Abbey beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like authentic
Yeah.
Trappist, whatever the whole thingy's called. And I discovered that they even make them in the US because I think this one was it. This is a Trappist beer and it's American. And I did not have high hopes for this.
Beer.
It was delicious though.
Like the branding makes me think of wine.
Oh, actually, if you want to know the best beer in Belgium, I mean, and I'm just using this as an example, but it's going to be Duby.
So to be.
I know. Yeah. Like, I love Duby because all of their thingies have like the name incorporated in them, and you like.
Oh my god, I love that one.
You have like this comic book artwork, but then you also have like a little story on the back. I'm not sure if that's going to focus. It probably won't.
That's really cute though.
Okay, I'm going to read the little story here in really horrible Dutch. But Zatubi versienen op een dag aan dronken brouwer.
Een dronken brouwer.
Ja, Louis. Toen hij te veel pofte van zijn nieuwste experiment, beleeft hij de nachtdroom van elke wand.
Waarom een natte droom?
Because he got really excited about the beer. But that's why I love this brewery, because you have this like comic book artwork and then there's a little story on the back and then the beer tastes delicious. So yeah, you should try Duby.
Yeah. We need to search it where we can find it.
Because that's like, oh, hold on.
And I can drink it, you can taste it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried some good beer in Walloon parts, but some home beer made local beer region namen.
Oh yeah, I know where that is.
I don't.
It's like the Ardennen.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know where that is.
Yeah?
Oh, and Selena's Americans make Trappist beers. Yes,
Yeah,
I found this out that I think that there are 2 recognized abbeys in the US that make Trappist beers. It's just Belgium, I think, has like 13. and I forget how many there are in total, but I think there's maybe like 5, like 2 in the US, 3 in France, and like 1 in the Netherlands or something.
I just took his phone away. He kept on checking Twitter. For fuck's sake.
Maybe it's interesting there. What's happening on Twitter? Is anything interesting happening? Because before there was impeach Biden, and I was like, what's that about? But it got taken over by K-pop.
Yeah, his Twitter is not all that interesting.
And Jeffree Star.
We just have some Jeffree Star and some shit about Windows 10. Maybe my Twitter will be more interesting.
You follow more people, that's why.
I barely follow any people.
No, the most interesting thing that I follow is Best of LinkedIn, which is so funny because it like, okay, here, let me, oh my gosh, okay, this is perfect. So Best of LinkedIn. Masturbation could be causing you to lose productivity in business. Like, this is literally something that somebody posted on LinkedIn and somebody just shared it on Instagram. Many may be thinking, WTF are you talking about, Anton? This is completely inappropriate for LinkedIn. Guess what? Oh, it just went away. Boo. Okay, never mind. It's a normal function that many of us do, but we don't talk about. Yet science knows about what happens when we masturbate too much. It excites our pleasure center so much that it gets so used to the feeling that levels of pleasure on a regular basis. The problem is that pleasure, just like alcohol, comes with the tolerance, and I'm blanking at how to pronounce this word. Dilemma, that's it.
What
and
the?
And then the caption for Best of LinkedIn was, Happy Friday, you jerk off.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But that's what I love. It's like they just post these really dumb like things that people post on LinkedIn, which is why I don't understand why our school is like, you need to have a LinkedIn.
I don't get it.
Like, because what I know LinkedIn for is like escorts, scams, and like people making up children.
Wait. What? That was one hell of a roller coaster.
No, but I think it's because of the demographic difference in the US versus like Europe in general, because I think more people use LinkedIn on a professional basis here than like in the US. That for like me, I know that LinkedIn is used for escorts and like prostitution. Like that's the number one reason that I know about LinkedIn. Number 2 would just be scams. And number 3 is just people posting like stories about their children. But it's like, I have children and I've never had a 5-year-old be like, I want to start a lemonade business and have like a whole business plan around it where it like made sense. But these people have like 4 and 5-year-olds that are talking about business plan. It's like, that didn't happen.
That did not happen.
No.
Nuh-uh.
No. Like, no.
Yeah. I think there's just a very, very, very big difference between LinkedIn and USA and here in Europe. Oh my
Because
god.
there was one recent LinkedIn thing that I saw where a guy was saying how he got hit by a car and was apologizing because he yelled at the guy who hit him. And he did this because he got hit by the car because he was running or something. And I remember thinking, like, I feel like he ran into the car because if that car was going any faster than 7 miles per hour, he would have had to have gone to the hospital.
Obviously.
I mean, I fell off my bike going like 10 kilometers an hour and I ended up in the hospital. Like, the body just, you cannot fall at that speed and not go to the hospital. So it's like,
Yeah, indeed.
100% that car was not moving and he probably just ran into it. And he fabricated this whole story of, I got hit by a car, but it was okay. I kept running because I'm a man. I was like, no, that did
That
not.
car definitely must have. I mean, I was riding bike at I think it was like maybe 15, maybe 20 kilometers at most, and I had like a fucking
A concussion.
yeah, I had a concussion. So like that car just
No.
that car wasn't moving.
So much slower than a car.
Yeah, if a car is like driving, it's definitely like more than 30 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, like no, that you would be in the hospital. There's no way.
Yeah, like especially here in Belgium. Come on.
Like I'm trying to think, like I know people who've gotten into like bike accidents, and I don't know anybody who's fallen off their bike in Belgium and not ended up in the hospital.
Me neither, honestly.
I mean, even if you're going slow at like 15 to 20, which is like, you know, not that fast compared to like some of the people I know who's like, well, I go 35. It's like,
How do
okay.
you do that? Oh wait,
I feel like I'm like ready for the Tour de France when I'm going like 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, that's like already fast if you have like a normal bike.
Well, it's also the people that like they have the special like cycling gear. Like they have that like I don't know what you would call it.
Nog één beetje drinken? Ja.
Ja.
Moet ik blikje even mee glas?
Nou, even een blikje.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we're just.
I found my current job on LinkedIn, and then.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move this a little bit closer if I can, so you can sit a little bit more comfortable.
And LinkedIn is a must if you find a serious job. See, I find that really interesting because most of like the jobs that I've ever gotten have always been through Twitter.
For real?
Yeah, Twitter or Instagram. Like that's where I've like if somebody's reaching out to me for anything, it's always going to be either Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And like, because I do have a LinkedIn, I never used it because I was on it for like a year because I was like, okay, I'm starting my AuthorTube whole thing. I should have a LinkedIn because it was like on the things you must have. And I've never gotten anything off of LinkedIn except for spam. For like people like, oh, I have this great business opportunity. You should contact me immediately. Like, okay, what is it? It's like, and then they're not even talking about books or anything. It's just, it's like, did you read my profile? What makes you think that I'd be interested in like anything tech?
Oh my god. Well, I've never used LinkedIn because like
I have an account because we need to make one.
You need it to make one.
Last year in my Vivus.
Yeah, Vivus.
We need to make a LinkedIn account. I had a few messages that didn't really make sense. It was job offerings, but it had nothing to do with the diplomas that I had. So I just ignored it.
So like, what? How
I got 2 of those, like nothing to do with what I study. But,
like what kind of job offering was it then?
Different, totally not ICT or electronics.
Like what was it then?
Was it publishing?
Nah, not really. But
maybe they sent the wrong email to you. Maybe I got your emails and you got mine.
Who knows?
Wat ik het nog gisteravond. Moet dan een paar tussen die. Kan er niet filmen.
Okay.
Nee, nog 2.
Oh, I'm so comfortable right now. Oh.
Okay, you don't look comfortable with the way your arm was.
Yeah, indeed.
It's very comfortable. Because like I have like these like, oh my god, my arm looks so weird on camera. Because like, oh my god. Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Doing that again.
It looks bent in a really awkward position.
Like my arm always just goes farther than it's supposed to. So I mean, like normal people, their arm should be like this, kind of, I guess. But like mine goes this. No.
Oh man.
That's just my body. My body is weird as fuck.
That's a talent. You can put that on your CV.
Talent. I can overextend my elbows.
You can put it on your LinkedIn profile. We'll have to make an account next year.
Well, for fuck's sakes, why?
Because
I would never even use it.
no, it's part of our the business project that we have in the final year.
Ugh.
Oh, okay, here we go. So Celine says, anyways, I'm leaving for tonight. Happy end of exams. Have fun. Thank you, Celine. Thanks for coming. They're over. Oh my goodness. I've never been so happy for something to be over.
Same. I was like, I'm just filled with joy when I was on the train to go back home. Slap up, mama!
Papa.
It's
Okay,
not
I'm
fun.
going to go to sleep.
Not that good.
Oh, it surprises me that they stayed up this late.
What, your parents?
Yeah, my parents always go to sleep like very early. Because, I don't know, my dad is already in his 60s, so they always get up so early and then they also go to sleep very early. But they were gonna watch like the movie about the Jungle Book.
Mm,
They probably just fell asleep.
probably.
I forget sometimes that you're so much younger than me. And then I feel really old when I realize that.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel that way.
No, because some of the people that at school, like some of them live by themselves and then some of them live with their parents. And that's like, I forget. Like, wait, why are you living with your parents? Like, oh, wait, no, you're only like 19, 18. Never mind.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Okay, here's maybe I must ask my boss to give me a chance to follow lessons about beer so I can join your group. I don't have a group though. No, here's the whole thing. I moved to Belgium and I got bored and I thought I can't get a job because I don't speak Dutch. Like I couldn't even work at a factory or really as a cleaning lady because they were like, you need to know Dutch. And I really didn't want to work in either of those. So there was this whole waiting list for the integration course and then the Dutch lessons that I needed to take. So I thought, okay, what can I do? I'll start a YouTube channel because why not? It's something that I wanted to do for a long time. But creating content is difficult. And Prince Charming suggested that I try beer because of like beer culture in Belgium, which I really knew nothing about. Like I didn't even know, oh, beer's from Belgium. Didn't know that. And it was really just something to try because I don't like alcohol. Like I moved to France and I was like, I don't like wine. And then I tried the wine. I was like, oh wow, this is good. Oh well, this is good. And they all taste different. It was just amazing. So I thought, oh, I'll probably have the same experience with beer. And then I tried beer. And it was going to be a very temporary thing. Except then I started getting comments from people like, F you, go to hell, you're not drinking the beer in the right glass.
That is still so stupid to me. Like, honestly, come on. It's
And
a glass.
And see, I have that personality that's like, does this annoy you? Because I will do this till the end of time.
Yeah.
And so now I'm sort of just stuck drinking beer. And I mean, it's my life is so hard now. I have to drink beer, but like part of me just continues doing it because I still get comments about that's not the right glass. It's like purposefully pouring it in the wrong glass. It's like trigger. I hope it triggers you.
You have their own glasses.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you have to give people like hate comments because
Sure.
they're not using the right glass.
You can give them advice, but hate comments.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the thing. I do appreciate the people that give me advice, except I've explained in all of my videos Do I have my glass up here? I don't think I do. But I have a specific glass that I use. It's like this one. We'll say my beautiful beer glass filled with pretty petals. But it's like this with this particular rim. And it's because this reduces the amount of carbonation that I get when I drink the beer. And I drink all the beer from the same glass so that when I do a review on the beer, it's all the same. And I've tried different beer glasses. Like, okay, here's a really good one that these are almost very similar, except the rim tips in, and that creates.
I get it.
And so I don't like the beer, even if it's a beer that I've liked. I said, "Oh, I like this." No, this messes with the carbonation, and I've explained it to people that like there is a methodical reason on the beer glass that I drink, and they're like, "No, it's wrong." No, but I was thinking what I want to do eventually is I want to make my own beer glasses.
Oh my god.
And just sell them and be like, you can, and I'm gonna make them in all the like authentic beer style glasses. So like the dark beer, the creek beer, and just have my own brand and be like, realistically, you can drink the beer from any of these glasses. But
oh my god.
If you're an authentic beer person, you need all of them.
You need a business partner?
Sure.
Yeah. We could really just make a business out of it.
No, that's what I seriously want to do that. I just need to find like how do I go about getting these glasses made and then distributing them.
Yeah.
But see, that's the good thing about going to school is that we should learn all this.
Yeah, we're gonna learn all this stuff.
And don't forget, you promised me that I could name a makeup palette when you make one.
Yes, indeed. I have not forgotten that.
Okay, well, I took a screenshot in case you did.
I would never forget that. Don't worry.
Okay, group of students, and then, but as many things about Belgium you can present on your channel, you are on the good way. It's not many people and live there. Okay, I'm like really drunk right now.
Okay, I'm gonna help you. But many things. Basically,
In a good way.
the way you present Belgium is very good. It's not how most of the people explain Belgium that live here.
Ah.
Or talk about beer and live in Belgium.
Mm?
I think last part of it. Never mind.
Stop talking so silently.
Yes.
I'm deaf, bro.
I think that's a man thing. My husband does that all the time.
Like, why did they do that? Like,
he mumbles him, and then he's like, "You're deaf." It's like, no, you mumble. Oh, I never learned English at school. Oh no, it's really not your English. I'm like seriously. Okay, look how much of this I drank. Like I'm seriously going to finish off this bottle. It doesn't taste like alcohol, but I can feel it going to my head because it's like I'm forgetting stuff, but we're having a good time. No, your English is great.
I'm gonna test how drunk I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand up real quick.
Okay. Tell us how it is. I'm gonna have some water.
We didn't fall yet.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Well, well, you have to remember, like, Ronnie and Kevin, like, I know their English is impeccable. Well, Kevin, to be honest, you haven't talked much. You're a bit silent, so I don't think I can objectively critique your English.
English sucks a little bit.
But Ronnie has amazing English, but it's her second language.
Yeah, I taught it myself when I was like 8. But like I always watched like Dora when I was little, and then I always like English. What?
Like Dora the Explorer?
Yeah, I learned English because of it. Because here in Belgium, it's like from Dutch to English.
Yeah.
Well, like I know in the USA it's like from English to Spanish.
No,
So
I
like
watched Dora the Explorer here because of my
Mhm.
children. And it's sort of funny because the way she speaks English, there are a couple things where she was saying something and it sounded really bad.
yeah, but like always, like whenever she said something, I would always repeat it, and my parents actually got like shook because they were like, "Why do you speak better English than this fucking TV show?" And I was like,
I don't know.
"I don't know. I always watch like English movies and like TV shows with like my dad, but like my dad doesn't speak English at all. He barely
Oh.
understands it. But yeah, all the movies he watch is just like with like the subtitles,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't read, so I just listened to it all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
when I didn't understand what was happening, I would ask my dad, and he would explain it to me, which caused me to eventually just start to learn and learn and learn that language until I was like 8, and I could fluently just make sentences and speak English.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I know, but they should have also done with French because I can't speak French
Yeah,
or
but you
read
know,
it. Like, I had no issue learning any languages when I was young, but now, oh hell no, nothing sticks in my head.
I was like German. I was so excited to learn German, except now it's like I feel like I'm too old to learn German.
Yeah, I
I
get
mean,
that.
the only good part about it is that it'll be my fourth language.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy just because I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but there's a joke that people like to go like to tell specifically me, like what do you call somebody who speaks one language? And so you think monolingual, and they're like an American. And I was so happy. It's like I speak 3 languages.
Oh my god.
That just I was so happy once I started to learn Dutch because it's like I speak 3 languages though. I don't get the joke.
Are you seriously eating? No, you can eat.
Never mind.
Babe, eat one.
No.
What eet je? Is it lekker?
Yes, it's candy.
Welke? Is it good candy or bad candy?
This kind of candy.
What
That's
is
like
that?
filled.
I have no idea what that is. It just looks like a straw.
Yeah, it's kind of like a straw.
What's in it? Is it like jelly?
Kind of. It's not, well, it's not like jelly, but you know.
Like the gummy stuff.
Yeah, gummy. It's very gummy. Like the outside is a little bit more hard, but it's like soft.
Hmm.
But the inside is, you know, very gummy as well.
Yeah. Good.
Is that like a
Yes,
Belgian
also-
candy? Is that like an authentic Belgian candy?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. I go into candy stores asking for like the authentic Belgian candy, and like the people get so shocked and they're just like, You're interested in Belgian candy? Oh my gosh. Yes." And they get so excited and they just like go on this tangent like every single time. It's like everybody is so interested in the chocolate, but you know, in Belgium we have so much more to offer than just chocolate. And I've actually gotten candy for free. Like there's this one lady who's like, "Okay, I'm going to give you this other bag and it's just going to be for free because I'm so happy that you're interested in candy." And I was like, I'm willing to pay for this, but thanks.
That's amazing. I mean, the only Belgian candy I know are like Babbelot.
Well, you have Napoleons. That's
Oh
Belgian.
yeah, right. Those are also Belgian. I forget about this all the time.
Yeah, those are delicious.
Yeah, oh my god, I really love them.
I can't remember the company name, but there's a candy company, I think, outside of Antwerpen that makes hard candies that are like really just Belgian. And then in Yper, for whatever reason, there are licorice like gummy rats.
Ah ja, Zwarte Mussen.
You actually know what they are.
Yeah. They're like black mouses. If I
Yeah.
translate it, they're like, yeah, black mouses.
Yeah.
Zwarte Mussen?
Those were really good. And I also got a red one, which was cherry flavored.
Yeah, those are. Oh, I love those.
Oh yeah, and the chocolate.
Chocotoffs.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I
I
made a
love
whole
those.
video
So
where I tried a whole
sweet.
bunch of Belgian candies. It was so much fun.
Wat is niet?
Oh
Het
yeah,
is niet.
Cuberdons.
Cuberdons. Oh, the
Those
ones
are-
at hands are amazing.
By the way, I tried this box of Cuberdons.
Yeah. Were they good?
Oh my gosh, they are so delicious. I think there was
For you?
maybe just one that I didn't like. And I was like, I need to get another box of these because they were so good, but they didn't have them anymore and I was so sad.
Oh.
But I was able to get, it's by the same company, but like this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it came in like this little nifty like container.
I like the packaging.
Yeah,
It's so fun.
yeah. I will say that they don't come in the original flavor because I think the original flavor is violet, and
Yeah.
their normal flavor is oh gosh, it's cassis.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, does it say in French? Soif de best, blackberry.
Ah, yeah. Oh, smoothie trackers. Yes. Oh, I always bought those in like middle school on the market.
Oh,
Those
I haven't had
I miss
those.
those.
What are those? I need to look those up. Small trackers.
They're like pink balls with like tiny balls this big, I guess, with like a white powder around them, and the powder is very, very sour, and they're just amazing.
I'm gonna have to find those.
Usually they have them on the market. The one that's on the market in Engelmanstead always has them.
Well, if you see them, pick them up, and then I can pay you back.
Great.
Because
When we have some clarity about when we can get back to school, I will be sure to get you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we're not going back to school. Do you think we'll go back after the Kokosvakantie?
Maybe if Van Waits finally makes up his fucking mind and
Okay, well,
thinks about us.
do you want to go back to campus?
I don't know. Maybe. I miss like this interaction,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, I don't want to get up early.
I'm the same way because I think I'd lose like 2 hours every day if I had to
Yeah.
drive there and back. It's like it killed me to go in for the tests because I had to
Mhm.
get up at 6 and I had to leave the house at 6:30 and I never left before 6:45.
Oh my god. Also, you know, like Kruidvat?
No, but okay. What is Greatvat?
How do you not know Kruidvat? They have like, yeah, basically.
Oh, it's a store.
Yeah, the store.
Okay, yeah, it's the place where you can get the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
got an entire bag of candy today. Like, okay, I already ate from it, but you know, like it was more than like 500 grams of candy for only like €5.40, I think it was. Like,
Wow.
I can do a week with this thing.
A week?
Yeah, I don't eat as much as you do.
Okay.
No, see, my candy is expensive because I go to the foreigner section of the grocery store and get things like Reese's peanut butter cups that have been imported from the US.
Oh yeah, that's it's so expensive in the end.
But they're so delicious. Okay, so the word smoltrekkers literally translates to things that make you make a face because sour.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I accept that challenge because, like, I can eat lemons, and lemons are not sour. Like, they're sweet. Like, sometimes you'll get a lemon that's sour if it's, like, not a ripe lemon, if you will. but like they're not sour. Things are not sour to me. It's like
Okay, that's definitely a challenge.
like we have this candy called Sour Patch Kids in the US. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
I've heard about those.
yeah, it's like this sour candy. And I love sour things. It's just they're not sour to me. It's like there's maybe a 2-second period where it's like, okay, I guess that's a little sour, and then it's like, oh no, it just turned sweet now. And
That's him with spicy things.
my mom would get so angry with me because I'd say, yeah, it's not sour, and then she would eat into me. It's so sour. It's so sour. I'm gonna die. Really? It's like, I don't know because I don't try lots of candy, but there's also this candy that we have called Warheads, which is like supposed to be really hot,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's really hot. And I think part of the reason for that is because my grandma used to like really be into cinnamon candy. And I'm not sure if you've ever had cinnamon candy, but cinnamon is spicy.
Cinnamon is not spicy. The fuck are
It
you
is like
saying?
candy. Okay, when we come back to school, I'm gonna make you ginger snaps, which is basically just cinnamon, ginger, and clove. And you'll see it has a kick to it. It's spicy. And people think that I add something like cayenne pepper or something. It's like, no, it's cinnamon, clove, and ginger.
Oh god. Okay. Oh yeah, vliegende schottels. Those things are my favorite.
I've never heard of those.
It's like just edible paper, like made in like some kind of shape, and like it has very sour powder inside of it.
Oh, those are the UFOs.
Yeah,
The
the UFOs.
right.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, because we have those same things, like they're UFO things, and then inside we put sprinkles. And I got so excited when I saw those. And it's like it's one of those things where you take it, you eat it, and you're expecting sprinkles, and you just get like some weird powder, and it's like you ruined them. Sort of like Smarties. Somebody got me Smarties, and I got so excited, and I was like, "This is chocolate. What the hell?"
That's with chocolate. What? What are you talking about?
No, we have a Smarties candy, and it's not chocolate.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had Pez?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it's sort of like that type of candy, but not really.
Oh, dat heb ik ook wel gegeten.
Oh, should have been. Maar hè? I've always. What?
Okay, next time I go to the US, which I don't know when that will be, but I will get a bag of Smarties and then bring you back authentic, real Smarties.
Okay, fine by me.
Like, and it was so weird because it's a candy that has like this nostalgic like love to it because in school, like for tests or whatnot, whenever we had like finals, like all the teachers would give us Smarties. And that was like the best part of taking our exams is that they'd be like, here's a Smartie, here's some Smarties.
What the fuck? That's so strange.
Yeah. Mine too could eat a whole box. And then wrong, our Smarties were first. Look it up. Chocolate ones are the real. Okay, no. The Smarties that you have in Europe are just really nasty M&Ms.
No, not.
Yeah. It's like
They're
really
lekker.
no, they're weird M&Ms.
They're basically the same as M&Ms, but just smaller.
No, it reminds me of the reason I don't like it. I don't like the chocolate that's used because in the US, we have, you know, the Lindt chocolate that you have here?
The what?
The Lindt? Lindt.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, it's like the fancy chocolate that you can get, which is normal here, but that's like the fancy, expensive chocolate. back in the States. And for Easter, your parents loved you if they got you that chocolate, like the little bunny. But if they didn't love you, there's like this really crappy Easter chocolate that was like mixed with wax. And it just tasted horrible. But like you could get a huge chocolate bunny for like 20 cents or something because it was mostly wax and chocolate. And that's what that's what the Smartie thingies taste like to me, is like the crappy Easter chocolate.
What's wrong with Americans?
I don't know. Ask them.
Well, we can talk about Easter if you want.
We barely celebrate Easter. It's
Why
an
chocolate?
excuse for eating chocolate.
Yeah, but you do chocolate eggs. That's really weird to me.
What's really weird?
Chocolate eggs. And it's
But it's
also
just chocolate in a
bell.
different form.
No, because do you do the bell or do you do the stork or the bunny?
The bell?
Okay, so it's a bunny.
Bells that come from Rome, and then like they drop the eggs, so called.
It's a bunny, and he brings a basket, and the basket has plastic eggs filled with toys and candy.
Yeah, no, we don't have it. We don't do it like that. At least not where,
Yeah.
my parents. They
And see,
just
it's so disappointing because the plastic eggs were like the best part about Easter, because then, once you ate the chocolate and the toys inside, you could still play with the plastic eggs and pretend that you were a chicken. Like, that was the best part of Easter, is that I always got plastic eggs.
No, we just get fat while eating chocolate.
That's good. Well, that was also, like, you guys get so much chocolate. Like, I feel like this, when my mom was doing it, like, it wasn't cool, and now that it is, like, years later, it is. But we don't actually get that much candy at Easter. It's mostly, like, you get books or puzzles or, like, some type of game that you'll get, like, a chocolate bunny, and then the rest is just, like, here's a educational game, or here's a book. Like, I never really got candy. I remember specifically one year I got the Little Mermaid game, and I was so happy.
I usually got like some kind of cheap ass
Chocolate.
toy, and then like a few like a bag of like chocolate eggs, and then like little eggs that were like individually wrapped and filled with like either praline or like solidly filled, that were just then like hid throughout the house. Because I know one time on Easter, I had like this thing, my neck was like blocked because of my muscles that were just entirely just tensed up, and I couldn't look up or like sideways. I couldn't do that because it hurt. Guess where my dad hid some of the eggs?
He had them up.
Somewhere very high up. And of course, my 8 or 10-year-old ass, I don't know, did not realize that if I looked up, that I would have a lot of pain. So my
Aw.
dad said, "Hey, Rani, keer omhoog, okay, look up." So what did I do? Bath. And I was like, ah! So I yelled and I screamed and I cried. And then my mom was angry at my dad because my dad had spanked me. So yeah, that was my Easter when I was 10.
Yeah, my husband does the Easter stuff where he hides the eggs, because that's just different for me.
Yeah, I'm usually the one that has to hide the eggs for like my nephews. Well, my nephew, seeing as my other one doesn't come here anymore. But yeah, if it's good weather, we hide it in the garden, and if it's not good weather, we hide it somewhere where dogs can't reach it.
Mm-hmm.
which has to be very high because I have got a retriever and he likes chocolate, even though he is not allowed to eat chocolate.
Yeah, that's bad for dogs.
Yeah. Sadly,
Okay. And then when I was growing up, I was told the bunny poops the eggs. But later I found out this is biologically not possible.
Hey,
Do not recommend
do you want some chocolate?
bunnies.
Oh my god, no.
No, I never learned that the Easter Bunny pooped them out. Well, the Easter Bunny also didn't give us chocolate eggs. He gave us plastic eggs filled with stuff.
I feel bad for the person that said that because I can just imagine what happened.
We all said the clock is gekomen.
Ah, the clock is gekomen. Yes.
No, we said the Easter Bunny came. And there was also no searching for eggs because it was just the Easter Bunny brought the basket and left it in your room.
No, I had to look for like the eggs, but like I was low-key lazy and blind because that's still this way to this day because whenever I have to search something, I just look right past. Don't see it.
Yeah, see, I sort of like my way that it's like, oh, okay, here's a basket in front of the door that you have to trip over so you can't miss it.
Oh my god. That's so funny though.
Yeah.
But how is it not? What happened to you? What did your mom do then on Easter? Seeing as you don't recognize the clock as gekomen.
I barely remember stuff from it. I do know we got
And that's in
chocolate
childhood
eggs.
trauma.
I do know we got chocolate with eggs with chocolate.
Chocolate eggs.
Chocolate eggs, sorry. Yeah, thank you. She did decorate sometimes the house, some with small chickens.
The chickens.
Don't ask me why.
I have another story to tell.
And that was it, I guess.
So, because he said something about small chickens, my parents thought it would be a good idea to give me, tiny chickens. I don't know how it's called, like the baby version of a chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, a chick.
Yeah, and so they thought it would be fun for me, because it's cute and everything. Guess what?
Did it
I was
die?
afraid of them.
Oh, that's adorable.
I was so scared that I cried every time I saw them. I was like 5 years old. So, yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
My parents ended up putting them outside. They grew up and my dad slaughtered them. Thinking they could use them to make vol au vent. Yeah, no. They didn't have any meat on their bones.
Oh, I learned that in the US you eat peeps at Easter. Yeah, we do.
I don't. They're like squishy.
They're marshmallows covered in sugar.
I mean, we kind of like things like that here, but
No,
why?
people either love them or they hate them. I love peeps.
But it's just marshmallows.
Marshmallows are good.
Yeah.
And sugar is also good.
Marshmallow with chocolate.
Yeah, and they're good marshmallows because I recently bought marshmallows here and they're like, it's just sugar.
Yeah.
Like I tried roasting them and it didn't work because it was like, I think there's too much sugar in this because it's not roasting properly.
That's the problem here. We try to remake like marshmallows, which are actually from the US. We fail at them.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question. Do you color eggs?
Nope.
I feel bad. You're missing out.
In the past.
I feel
No.
bad. You're missing out.
I don't know. You could get like those sets at like, like the Supra Bazaar or the Great Fats, but like otherwise, no, we didn't do that. We barely did anything around Easter, like even in school.
When I was young, we did some eggs.
I don't know. At school, we just did like, I don't know.
With scouts, we put eggs around.
But
the
I
place.
never was in the Scouts. I wasn't the jeugdvereniging.
Yeah. It was just 1 year, so.
Oh, speaking of Belgian candy and marshmallows.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Ne-
kind of offensive, but like, I don't know.
Is that not 9 or 10?
Nee, herinner that.
Okay, wait. Can you say that again, but like super slow?
Nee, herinner that.
Nehurinnentenen. Okay. Oh, which is kind of an offensive name, come to think about it.
Yeah, because it refers to like black women and their
Ah,
titties.
okay. I don't know what that candy is. Ooh, I did something. It's cute.
Like I like them. It's like you have like a marshmallow kind of filling. Like it's
Mhm.
also
With chocolate.
with
around it.
chocolate around
And a
it.
cookie.
Oh, is it like the Sinterklaas marshmallows with the chocolate? Is it similar to that?
Not really, because like you have like okay, so the inside, so you have like this like a half circle of like marshmallow,
Uh-huh.
with, like some kind of syrupy thing around it, but like
Uh-huh.
very thin layer. And then you have like the cookie, and then you have the chocolates around it.
Oh, are those like the chocolate nipple things?
Yes,
I know what those are.
those are so good. I love them. Oh my god.
I thought they were just called chocolate nipples. Because they
Well,
sort of look like a boob.
yeah, that's where the second part of the word statin comes from, because that's basically just
Oh.
like the West Flemish, just a Flemish way of saying titties.
Okay.
And negerinnen is just like referring to a black woman.
Ah.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, so I colored eggs when I was a kid, so congrats to you. Yay.
Same.
Because I missed that. And then blow the eggs empty. Oh yeah, my mother-in-law does that. We're like, and my children did that at school where they got like, I think it was a duck egg, and they drilled like a hole in the top and the bottom, and they like all the stuff inside out, and then they actually painted them.
nee, dus dan.
En dan kleur je dat in. Ik heb nog wel eens gekend.
Yeah, I never did that. Like we hard-boiled an egg, and then we put it in some dye. And like
That sounds fun.
that's coloring eggs for me, and then you eat them.
Ew.
You don't
I
like
don't like
hard-boiled eggs?
No, I hate hard-boiled eggs. I barely eat eggs.
But you have like good eggs from like your chickens.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean I like them. At least not hard-boiled. Maybe if they're like scrambled, then I would eat them. But otherwise, I don't.
See, I was thinking with Corona, I don't know what's happened with the chicken eggs, but now there's only white chicken eggs. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I could maybe color eggs with the children this year because there aren't those crappy brown eggs.
They're not crappy.
Well, I've never dyed eggs that were brown, so I don't know how that would affect the color. That's why they're crappy. Because the brown eggs are rich people eggs.
Ooh, I'm rich.
Well, no, I think we talked about this where you said that
Yeah,
in
we did.
Belgium the white eggs were rich people eggs.
Yeah. You barely see any white eggs usually. Like if you buy eggs at store, usually they are brown.
Yeah.
But like we barely have to buy eggs.
But yeah, recently the eggs that I bought, they've been white, and I was so shocked. Like I had culture shock when I saw the white eggs. I was like, these aren't eggs.
Yeah,
Why are they brown? Were the chickens sick?
I have that with white eggs. Like when my mom opened like the packet, she was like, "These are white." I was like, "What? White eggs?" Bro, I thought we were in Belgium, not in America.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then
It wasn't offensive in the past, but now everything is like Zwarte Piet. Yeah, because if you come to actually like think about it, a lot of the things of Belgian culture are actually very offensive towards like people of color.
mhm.
Like Zwarte Piet, that's just referring to the slaves. It's just an old white man who has black people doing all the work for him. That's kind of slave.
No, I was like, I never got to like the Zwarte Piet thing because I made a video on that actually. Cause yeah. No, the thing that got me with the whole Sinterklaas thing was that I felt like the story was so like European, because the whole story with Sinterklaas is that if you're a naughty child, you don't get coal so that you can at least stay warm like you do in the US. No, you get beaten and put into a sack.
Yes, that's
I
why
was just like,
we got just scared into being good, because otherwise it was gonna be like, watch out for Pete, watch out. Oh, he's gonna put you in his bag, and every child was like, "Oh my god, I don't want that to happen." I was always scared of him because like going like you have this thing where your parents can like call someone, and then like somebody dressed as Zwarte Piet and Sinterklaas will come to your house.
yeah.
Every time that happened, I was crying because I was scared of the black man and the white old man. I was just sitting there like, why are you forcing me to do that? One time my dog was eating all the candy from his basket. That man kind of had a problem at the end of the night. He didn't have any candy left to give to the children. My dog ate them.
No, I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, that story's so terrifying, and you tell that to children?
Yeah, so we would be good. Okay, and it's good to note that that I wasn't the only one frightened of Zwarte Piet. But like, it's so terrifying because like everything about it is so unnatural if you see them. Like they're literally as black as this fucking pillow, and they have like those white eyes and those red lips. And then I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I was more creeped out. Like they put you in a sack, and then I'd ask people like, well, what happens after? And they were like, well,
You never
nobody
see them
knows.
again.
Nobody knows. Like, well, what do they take them back to Spain and turn them into like little slaves that are making the toys?
Yeah, nobody really knew what happened.
Although that was not how he historically came to be. He was supposed to be a Moor originally, but called it chimney dirt is a better alternative.
Yeah.
Okay,
But like,
I think we could agree that he should be an elf. Like that's my biggest problem with Zwarte Piet. It's like he's supposed to be an elf.
yeah. But you know, like the entire story about like the actual person that got like that was verklaard. You know, that was then said to be holy was actually a person who his name was like Saint Nicholas, but there were like he went to this place where there were like children and like those big things where you put rum in, you know, from like
Barrels?
yeah, barrels. And they found children there, and it was something along those lines that like he called them out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you got like the old white man and the children, and they made some fucking culture thing about it. Like, welcome to Belgium.
No, the thing that trips me up is that I've been told that if you celebrate Saint Nicholas, then you don't do like Christmas.
Yeah, no, I never got anything for Christmas or like the holidays because I got everything for like Saint Nicholas. Because like I got spoiled then.
Well, see, I find that funny because I've talked to like so many people who are like, oh yeah, well, I do Christmas, but I don't do St. Nicholas, or I do St. Nicholas and I don't do Christmas. And then there's my husband who's like, oh no, we did both.
Yeah, same.
Like now that I'm like 18, now they're doing like both of them, or like since last year. Because like I'm not really caring about St. Nicholas, but I get that like it's like yeah. Whatever, it's something for the kids and it's a reason for me to get gifts, so like I like that. And then Christmas was just like I don't know, it's very much I don't really care about that. But like I think my parents only gave me something for St. Nicholas because like they busted their budget on it. Like if I look back to like photos that they took from St. Nicholas Day when I got up, bro, that was like worth of like nearly 500 euros every year. So like then I get that why I didn't get anything for like Christmas.
See, that's difficult for me because you call him Saint Nick, and Saint Nick is just another name for Santa Claus.
Yeah, here it isn't.
Yeah, they're two different entities. And I confuse them all the time whenever I talk with the kids that my husband will actually yell at me and be like, Saint Nick. Because I'll say Santa Claus. No. It's not Santa Claus, it's Saint Nick. It's like they're the same person. No, they're not. It's like, okay, you do know that both of them aren't real, right?
Yeah. But like,
sorry to anybody who didn't know that. Spoilers.
but like in my family, you know, we don't really talk about like Santa Claus or anything because we think of Christmas more like religion related, like more about like the so-called birth of Jesus and everything. So I guess that's why we don't really think about like presents and everything.
Okay, so they're talking about St. Martin, and I think St. Martin is specifically Yper.
I don't know. We used to have like a parade of kids that were doing it, and then they made like a little lamp out of not really pumpkins, but I don't know, something. It was some kind of pumpkin. And they could win like a thing with it.
And then personally, I got toys and candy for St. Nicholas and more practical stuff like clothes for Christmas.
Yeah. I can kind of relate to that because like if my grandparents then came over for Christmas, I would get like those oil lily parfums.
Okay,
Because,
well,
like,
here's a question. Was it Christmas or Christmas Eve?
they came both.
Okay.
Because like we celebrated
Christmas Eve is the
with my
thing here.
grandparents, and then Christmas Day itself was like with so me and my parents, my sister with my brother-in-law, and then my brother with my sister-in-law, and yeah, that's about it. So like we were kind of with a big group, and my dad would make waffles
Oh,
every year.
authentic Belgian waffles. Made
Yeah.
by a Belgian in Belgium.
Yep, made by my dad. Back when we had a good waffle maker. Now we have like a tiny shitty one and it takes way too fucking long.
Okay, so for you, is Christmas Eve, like which one is like the Christmas?
I don't know. Christmas Eve has more of like a Christmas vibe because of the like music they play on the radio and the movies they show. Because it's always Home Alone. Every year. It's Home Alone.
That was a surprise for me because like Christmas Eve isn't a thing. It's like there's Christmas and then that's it.
Yeah, no. Christmas is like less important. That's more like a family moment. While Christmas Eve is then more like, oh well, or the other way around. One of the two is always like a real family moment, and then the other one is just like a moment with your close family, with your parents and like maybe siblings. At least that's from my experience.
Christmas Eve has always been the bigger deal
Yeah.
from what I remember. Yeah, it's like backwards for me. Like Christmas Eve is like, okay, yeah, it's Christmas Eve, woohoo, and then Christmas Day, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I think just in Belgium or like in Europe, Christmas Eve is like a big deal.
Yeah.
But like on Christmas Day itself is just like just like a day to relax and watch some movies.
And do you do the I'm not sure what it's called in Dutch, but it's an raclette.
Raclette. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we don't really do that on Christmas Eve. Usually it's like fondue or gourmet or something like that. Or we just like order food in advance, like a menu.
Because for me, and this is completely untraditional, but my mom started this whole family tradition where we ate Chinese food for Christmas.
Ooh.
So for me, Chinese food is really just that's Christmas for me. It's not a Christmas without Chinese food. And the first time that I had Christmas in Belgium was at my husband's house with raclette. And I didn't realize that like that was the like Christmas thing. I just thought because raclette, they sort of do that all the time in France. It's just like a party thing that you do. So I was like, oh, they're just doing this because we're a big group. And it's like, no, that's like the Christmas tradition. Like they only have the raclette for that one time each year.
Oh my god. You know, we just do raclette whenever like I ask or it's like, oh, I want to do something special this evening. What are we gonna do? Raclette!
Oh, I do like raclette. That's like...
Oh my god, going to church at midnight. Oh, I swear. I was always so deep sleep deprived. I once said, oh my god, he's drinking during his working hours.
You guys went to church at midnight?
Yeah. Met de nachtmis.
I didn't do that.
Yep.
Damn.
We did that because my parents were raised very Christian.
Yeah.
Christian. I don't know.
Ice cream like Christmas logs decorated with stuff.
Yes. Oh, that's.
Oh yeah, like the bûche de Noël.
Yeah, but then like Christmas ice cream form. Whoa, my brain.
Are they always ice cream?
Not well. Here it was always ice cream because the.
Oh, I guess there is the cake.
Like, I don't like all the cream stuff on it, so we did ice cream.
Because I've always bought it because I'm lazy. So yeah, it's always the ice cream version. Because it's like, why would you get a cake when you can have ice cream?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I just don't like the cake version. I don't know why. I just don't. Yes, kerstdrank.
What's kerstdrank?
That's basically just like the Christmas busje. That's like the cake version.
Ah, okay. See, that's the whole thing. This is probably like the Dutch version, and I know it as like a bûche de Noël. Because my first experience.
This is the French version. Like in dialect, we sometimes just say like a bush.
A bush. Okay, yeah. Which it doesn't make sense why it's a bûche de Noël, because I think that translates to mouth of Christmas or Christmas mouth. Unless I'm screwing up a word, which it could be. My French sucks. What say Julie? No, what say hin, Julie?
I was telling him to stop because he was like doing something on her tail, like as if he was gonna cut it. But she keeps on farting because of it. Like, stop it, you little stinky butt.
Like a branch of a tree, but decorated, and then an ice cream or cake.
Oh.
See, I'm thinking the only cake version I ever had was homemade by my host mother. And it was really good because, it's homemade, and that's what happens when it's homemade. And then if I've ever bought it, it's always cake, or not the cake, but ice cream.
Yeah. Oh my god, you can get it in cake version at like a bakery.
Because I got this year, and I didn't even get it for Christmas. I got it for New Year's. I got a lemon version, and it was delicious. Oh my god!
Mm.
But it was ice cream. But there was a cookie.
Ooh.
Okay, we really have to teach Catherine proper Dutch, like was ik de golden gul?
Was zij de hulder of Helle?
Huller. Oh yeah, because it's a Dutch G. My bad.
Yeah.
Jullie sounds so Holland Dutch. Well, how would you say it all Dutch, Jullie?
I mean, if you want to say it like the West Flemish way, you I'm thinking of how I would say it. Usually I would say it like was hij aan het zeggen? Of was hij hudder aan het zeggen?
There isn't any Jullie there.
Maar jullie is hudder.
Hidden.
Kind of the same as hulder, but like,
Okay. So you just change it. Sort of like the Ayers.
Yeah.
Of jullie.
Junder. Was hij junder aan het zeggen? Maar ja, that's not really, that isn't
Heden.
natural.
Ah, okay.
How
So
you say it?
Heden starts with a G. See, that's why I wouldn't use that. I avoid words with G's.
I mean, if the word starts with G, it's kind of the easiest way. If it's like a G somewhere in the word, we struggle.
G is so difficult. Like it took me like han, like to go. Like that was the most difficult verb to learn because I kept wanting because the whole GH thing in Dutch is just like sometimes there's a difference between them, sometimes there's not. And you like to pretend that there's a difference between the way you say G and H, but there's not. And people say, oh, it's because you live in West Flanders. It's like, no, it's literally because there's not a difference in the sound.
We can't even say so like
Nog even.
Zeg
Okay.
een keer in dialect.
Nee.
See?
Nee.
Yeah, see, it's a difference between like West Flanders and East Flanders. Because like in East Flanders, they indeed say like more hulle, hilder, zilder, wilder. While in like West Flemish, we say like hidder, widder, zitter. You know, yeah. If you want to say yay, we just say he.
See, this is why I don't understand people when they speak Dutch. But funny enough, when I'm listening to somebody speaking from the Netherlands, it's like they speak like their mouth is full of potatoes all the time because their mouths are so open when it comes to their vowels. It's like you cannot misunderstand. It's so beautiful. I know people like to make fun of them, but still. Okay, in Poperingen, why aren't you showing?
With the hilder and zitter, yeah.
And
But rule of thumb, no matter where, it's never jullie, unless it's formal or...
Yeah, it's kind of true.
Yeah, we don't really say jullie.
Well, that's because y'all don't speak Dutch.
There's a difference between he and just not if you're from...
There really isn't, because even if you're listening to things on CD, like it's really difficult for me to hear the difference.
It's the same, honestly.
Like my husband isn't even from West Flanders. He's from East Flanders, and he will say it slowly and even exaggerate the sounds. And it's like, you're not saying two different things. I think it's just one of those.
Handaham, yeah.
Handaham.
Handaham.
Oh, yeah.
Like you only hear a difference if like the G is at the end of the word. world. Wow. Like if you're talking about like the days of the week, like maandag, woensdag,
Yeah. Yeah, like
then you
there
hear
you
a
can
difference.
definitely hear it.
But like with other words, you barely hear a difference.
And I think it's something that you just have to train your ear to because frankly, there are some things I don't hear the difference to.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like you also don't really know how to pronounce D sometimes. No, because sometimes it comes at the end of the word and you're just like, we should pronounce it as a T. Just for fun.
Yeah. Like you have gebeurd and gebeurde.
Yeah, just fun.
Do you know how difficult it is to have like a test when it's about the DT? I swear to God, you never know if it has to be a double D or a double T or DT.
Yeah, but see, at least you grew up with the language.
I grew up with Dutch and I still can't properly write Dutch.
Oh, I can't write it at all. Like, I always think I can.
Gebeurde. Oh, ah!
Gebeurde, hè?
Okay, wait.
Ja, dat gebeurde, ja.
Het gebeurde.
Ja, het gebeurde, ja. We don't say het gebeurde. We say het gebeurde.
What is it?
We just add extra things to it. We can easily
that
say
word
het
looks
gebeurt.
like farmer, like her neighbor. Does it have anything to do with that?
No, het gebeurt is just it happened. Or it happens. Het gebeurde is still the same. Het gebeurde, yeah.
Okay, so you just added extra letters for fun, for decoration.
Yep.
I don't like that. It's so hard.
Flemish language.
It's Flemish. Nothing we can do about it.
But it is pretty.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I really like Dutch. I think it's really pretty. It's just it's so difficult because the word order. It makes no sense to me. Like I think I'll understand it. I'll write a sentence and then I'll ask somebody, "Hey, like correct this for me." And they'll look at it and be like, "What are you trying to say?" It's like you can't make it out based on what I wrote. No. Oh.
Like what I find funny is that if I hear like the dad from one of my best friends who lives on a farm, basically, when he speaks like dialect, I sometimes still have to like really listen to make sure that I understand him. I grew up with my dad who grew up on a farm. So I shouldn't have that much trouble, but no.
What are you looking at?
My cat that's in a very weird position. Put your leg down.
Did she fall?
He threw the pillow at her.
Oh,
yeah. And now you're. You threw a pillow at her, and now you're.
What's the word for cat? I'm a pusher.
Poes, arme poes.
Yeah, I'm a puss.
Arme kat. It's basically the same.
Okay. Poor kitty cat.
Yes, poor kitty cat. But never say poesje or people will think that you're talking about some different kind of kitty.
Oh.
Kitty.
His life should just be flagged as 18 plus. Oh my god.
Oh, see, that's the worst thing is that I learned Dutch at school, and when I learned French, like I actually bought like a book to teach me all the bad words, and I was really happy because I met a lot of French people who tried to teach me like really awful things. Like, somebody tried to tell me that "Est-ce que je peux te faire une pipe" was like, "How are you doing today?" And it's like, no, it's not. That's asking if I can give somebody a blowjob, you jerk.
Wait, say that again?
They were trying to teach me "Est-ce que je peux te faire une pipe?"
Okay, that doesn't sound as how. That definitely sounds like some kind of sexual phrase.
Yeah, it's like, "Can I give you a blowjob?" And they were trying to tell me
Imagine.
that means like, "How are you doing? I hope you're doing well," or something like that.
I mean,
And
that's a very weird way of asking someone how they are doing.
But it was like I honestly met like 4 different people in France who tried to teach me like these really awful phrases meant something else. It's like, I know what that means. Like I know the bad words.
Oh my
And
god.
it's the complete opposite in Belgium. I don't know any of the bad words. But also nobody tries to teach me bad things.
Yeah, because I can't really think of any bad words.
Well, I think they're all in English. I think that's the issue.
I don't know, if someone's being an ass, we just say, oh, hij zei een klootzak, of oh, hij zei een trutte, of weet ik veel.
Een asshole. Een bitch. Een zeute.
Zeute.
We can teach you.
Een wolf.
Well, see, I hear people, and most of the time they're swearing in English.
Yeah. What I say a lot is mutton.
Mutton.
Just mutton. Yes, mutton.
Je mu-
Yeah, mutton. I just use that when someone is like being dumb or like being annoying
That's something stupid.
or like doing something stupid or just being ignorant, very just thinking that they're everything, and yeah, then I just say like, oh, he's a mutton. That's my favorite word, honestly.
I like that word.
Trette. Yeah.
Are these like words that maybe I shouldn't highlight in the video because they're really bad?
Oh, trutte is just like bitch. Oh,
Oh.
she's a bitch. Oh, it doesn't trutte.
Well, see, I've heard people calling me like I've heard bitch in English
Mhm.
between people. Like what was really shocking to me is that I just hear like little children like on the playground, and I mean like little children like maybe 10 years old saying like effing die, effing die. I was like, they get away with it because it's in a foreign language.
Yeah. But then like cirkeltretten, I don't know that one.
So, yeah.
A golf. What? Like a golf stok wel? A golf is basically just saying that someone is like very dumb. Like barely has any mental form of being. Stomme heet. That just means stupid goat. Dat is een stomme hitte, yeah.
No, my children learned stoma. I don't like that.
Rock.
Maar ja, that's mostly maar lelijk.
Ja, volledig waar.
If you want to call someone very ugly, you say een lelijke drake. That just means an ugly dragon.
In Belgium, swearing is not that big a deal like in the US, especially if it's in English. This got me in trouble a lot when I moved to the US. Well, yeah, we have they're blue laws. So one of the biggest culture shocks that I had is that when you're listening to the radio, they don't cut out the bad words.
Wait, what?
Okay, have you heard the song WAP?
Yes.
Okay, so if you listen to the song on the radio here, it's like the wet blank blank, but in the American version that's released, it's wet and gushy because they couldn't say any of those words. Like
I
on the
don't think
radio.
I've heard it like being censored here in Belgium because like it was on the radio not too long ago, and I was talking to my mom like, "Hey mom, do you know what it means?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Maybe you should search up the definition of what they are saying." Yeah, like I don't think any of it was like censored.
Yeah, no, because you hear like, because it's very shocking to me because we're not allowed to say like certain words like on air. Like I normally don't swear on YouTube because it's just like, oh, I can't say that because like sensory laws. It just doesn't occur to me to like throw the F-bomb or like the S word or like anything because you can't say it. And then you turn on the radio and it's just like, oh, they don't have like the clean version of the song.
No, that doesn't belong here. You can just swear as much as you want because it's in English. They don't think about the fact that we understand English.
Mind blowing is that I'll hear like swear words all the time. It's like those are the English words that everybody knows. Okay, no, here's this. Ek niet. Zulke
Ja, nou, ik was heel erg verbaasd toen ik dat hoorde, dat dat West-Vlaamse woord was. Cirkeltritten is een zuurpruim. Ah, ja.
What's in zuurpruim?
Someone who complains a lot or like always has something to complain about or gets offended very easily. Is there any consensus? It's no because of the park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like with drinking. Like,
Yes.
You guys can drink here. Like,
yeah.
Here's the thing. You're on a live stream with me right now and you're drinking and you're in university. Like, this would not happen in the US because you would probably be expelled from school. Like, even if you could legally drink, like, you would be expelled from school. Like, your work would find out and be like, oh my God, you drink? No, you can't work for us anymore. Like,
what bullshit? Come on.
It's like, I'm fairly certain the fact that I review beer, I would never be able to get a job in the US, even though I'm more like, I'm reviewing beer not to like get drunk or anything. It's just like objective critique of a beer. They'd be like, no, you're an alcoholic. No.
That's just so stupid. Come on.
No, we have a weird relationship with alcohol and things.
Like, if you don't drink at my age in like Belgium, they're like, oh, so you're like a nun.
Well, I have culture shock with that sometimes because like I know that you can legally drink, and I'm not saying that we didn't drink in the US. Like we're not going to talk about it because it would be illegal, but we just had to do it under the radar. Like everybody does it. Like everybody knows that like people at university drink. It's so weird that people are like, oh yeah, I definitely drink on the weekends. Like, shh, dude, shut up. There are teachers here. It's like, oh wait, no, it's not illegal for you.
And you know what the thing is? If they would think the same way as they do in the USA when it comes to drinking and like being in school, I swear to God, schools would just be empty. Nobody would be there anymore. Not even any teachers.
With a few exceptions.
Like, when it comes to work, same thing. Empty. No one there.
It was a huge culture shock for me when I first Oh man, I feel bad for that.
But like, it kind of seems that way to us Europeans. So like, I get the culture shock for you.
And eventually I just figured out everybody just yeah, we don't talk about it. Like it's a thing. Well, I hate to say, but for some people, like I said this in the beginning, that I genuinely have family members who think that I'm an alcoholic because I have a beer a week.
Belgium or something.
What would they even think about the rest of like the Belgian people?
I don't know. Well, like for them, it's like they only drink maybe they probably just don't drink, or they'll drink during football season and that's it. But like if you drink like multiple times in a week regularly,
Yeah.
you're an alcoholic. It's like I could stop drinking. Like it's not a problem. And the
Indeed.
funny thing in my head is that, at least for the beer reviews, normally I do like 3 or 4 in a day, and then I just don't drink for the rest of the month because I only do 1 a week. So it's like
Oh
I
my
drink
God.
4 in 1 day and then nothing
Oh my God.
ever.
My dog is barking downstairs right now. So if you hear my mom or my dad yelling, it's because of that. Just a little disclaimer. But yeah, but like here in Belgium, okay, so like before Corona, there were like a lot of people that went to like a cafe every day. Just after work, they just go to like if they get off at like 4 p.m., they just go to the cafe and they're just sitting there until like they have until their wife is just calling them to go eat dinner. And then they leave like 50 minutes after. And in that time they drink like I don't know, 10 to 15 beers.
Well, I was surprised that like you can get a beer at lunch. Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the morning.
Yeah, you can always get beer.
Yeah. Like you can go to McDonald's and get beer.
Yeah.
You can go to the movie theaters and get beer. That was like, wow.
You can
You
get
can
beer
buy beer
everywhere.
at the grocery store.
Oh my God.
That was like, yeah, I got this at the grocery store. Like, at
I
least
also got this at the grocery store and I had a lot of choice. I didn't even know what to choose. I was like, well, it's all vodka, but the only difference is the price.
No, that's at least in Pennsylvania, because it sort of changes by state. But you have to go to a special alcohol store to get alcohol.
We call that the nachtwinkel. And that's just a store that's like open from the moments, or kind of from the moments when the normal stores close. Like I have one not too far from my house, and it's like it opens at like either 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. and then just stays open until like 2, 3 a.m. But like they sell a lot down there.
I feel like the US is worse with alcohol and drug abuse because it's not socially acceptable when those with issues are not socially accepted. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest issues there.
Yeah, that was something that like despite the fact that so many people start drinking younger, like, and I'm sure that there's a part because of like the language barrier that I'm not aware of, but there doesn't seem to be like alcoholism doesn't seem to be widespread in Belgium because I feel like more people know how to drink in a responsible way. And I feel like they get that because they learn younger versus like in the US, it's like, no, wait till you're 21. And then when you're 21, the first thing you do is you go out and you get so drunk that you can't walk.
Yeah.
Versus like, I don't think I've ever seen that in Belgium where people are like, I need to get so drunk that I can't walk. It's more like, I'm going to try this and I'm going to have some fun. Oh, but now I've reached my limit.
Unless you go to like a fave, because there people drink and drink and drink and drink, and they end up having to go to the hospital. But like mostly those people that actually do that are like 14, 15 and haven't started going out a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So like then they think that they're everything and they don't know their limits. So then they just drink until they're actually into a coma.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the like growing experience when you're younger.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I never. Well, no. The funniest thing is, like, I think the drunkest I ever got was like when I was 20, and I should have known better. But it was one of those situations. We were at a cabaret, and I was so excited because I'd wanted to go to a cabaret for forever. And it was a cabaret in France, which was just top notch, best thing ever. And there was this wine, and oh my gosh, the wine was so delicious. And they were like, "Here, drink some more, drink some more. We should finish the bottle." And it was one of those moments where it's like I got up and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm so drunk." So drunk. And it was the first time, and like the first and only time, like knock on wood, where I actually got physically ill. Like I ended up throwing up on a bus, and I had a hangover the next day. And I was like, "Oh my god, last night was so much fun." And my husband's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I have the worst hangover and I threw up on a bus. This is amazing." And he was like, You're happy you have a hangover?" It's like, I've never had one before.
Oh my god. Yeah, but like obviously a lot of people get drunk when they're going out here, but the only ones that actually like get so drunk that they have to be like hospitalized or anything are usually like very young people who don't know their limits.
Mm-hmm.
But like from the age of like 16, then you start to like actually know your limits.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're kind of more like careful because then you know like, okay, I'm getting way too drunk. I'm gonna start drinking cola or water for now, so that you get like kind of okay again.
I'm
Like
doing
you're still
shots of
drunk,
water
so you're gonna get a fucking hangover. But you know what? At the end of the evening, you get home, you lay in bed, your entire room is spinning, you fall asleep. The morning or like noon, you wake up and then you're like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. And like then it was like they just text your friends and you're like, hey yo, what happens? And usually your friend's like, oh honey, I have a lot to tell you. You kissed this one, you kissed this one, you kissed this one, you fell down the stairs, you fell in against the street, you just fell everywhere, and you almost got arrested by the police. They were usually just like, well, it was fun.
Okay, I can honestly say I've never actually gotten that drunk.
Same.
I have.
Yeah.
I've only gotten so drunk that I threw up on a bus, and I'm like I was so surprised that I did that. But then that made me really sober because I got really upset because I got the throw up on my coat. Which I know is like so dumb, but I have this coat that it can't be washed.
Oh my god.
So it's like wool. So it's like crap. So I sobered up like that so that I could clean my coat because I was like, it can't set because it can't be washed. Like I need to clean it now.
Oh, that really sucks though. But yeah, no, I actually have gotten like really drunk that I barely know what happens. One time was actually Christmas Day, I think. Yeah. And that was like last year. Yeah, it was before Corona. And I got rather drunk. I had already had like a few vodka rebels before I went out. You know, a little pre-gaming. And so like I got at the party, everything was nice, chill. I got there around like 10 p.m.
Was this a party in a field?
Yes. I ended up kissing a guy my friend had a crush on. When I went home, I was freaking out about it. I called her multiple times. Don't remember anything. And then in the morning after, at 8 a.m., she called me. And she was so angry. I was like, I don't know what happened. Oh my god. So then I had to listen to my friend who was being angry at me
Uh-huh.
for something I did that I don't remember.
Aw. Are you still friends with her?
Yeah, she's one of my best friends. But like
That's
the guy
good.
she kissed, Ali, she had a crush on, she kissed like one time and she didn't even have like any type of a relationship with him. She didn't even talk to him anymore, and she was still mad at me.
Well,
Like-
she called dibs.
Like, what am I supposed to do? He dumped her. He made it very clear that he didn't want anything to do with her. Then I have to be the flipping that's
The zondebok.
the one that had to be, just very angry things thrown at my head for something I did when I was drunk. Like, what am I supposed to do? Say no? I barely could say no. And I thought he was cute, so like I
Well,
just-
you're Kevin.
yeah, and he knows all about it.
Huh? Yeah.
Also, the bad thing, it was a guy with a G name.
Why is that bad?
Never trust guys with a G name.
Is this like what? Why? I've never heard this.
For
Same.
real?
For real.
Because usually when it's a guy with a G name, you are definitely gonna get your heart broken.
Is this like a Belgian saying?
No, just all around the world. I've seen it happen a lot.
I've never heard that. Though I did learn today that in Dutch you say to kill two flies with one hit.
To kill two birds with one hit.
No, it's two flies
Two flies and one...
I
Wel,
think it's fly.
in one smack.
ja, maar ik kan ook twee vogels van een steen, hè?
Yeah, see, I say to kill two birds with one stone. And Prince Charming was telling me how, I forget what we were talking about. He's like, oh, so you killed two flies with one slap. I was like, that is so much better than killing two birds with one stone. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I thought it was West Flanders thing because you never know if it's an H name. Are you just laughing with us?
I've never heard that. Okay, my husband doesn't have a G or an H name, so I think I'm good. But see, I'm worried because his friend has a G name. So maybe I need to be suspicious, but I'm not dating him. So
Maybe it's better. Never trust guys with a G name.
no, his name is Gilles, which is really funny because I only ever read that name in like romance novels, and I didn't realize that it was pronounced Gilles. I thought it was Giles. So
It's weird to me that it's spelled with a J. I
no.
usually see it with like a G. Because like I know this guy and his name is also Gilles, but it's with a G.
Yeah, it's like that.
Ah, yeah, see?
Yeah, and I pronounce that Giles.
Okay, yeah. I can kind of get it.
I will do this.
You can barely speak Dutch. Okay, my cat is gone.
Okay, I have a question for you because I know occasionally you'll speak to Kevin in English, but primarily, do you speak English or Dutch together?
Dutch.
Flemish.
Flemish.
Okay, and then why is there just random English in there sometimes?
Because I am someone that is just one of my struggles of using my language because I most of the time just don't know the words in Dutch, but I do know it in English. And it happens otherwise as well.
Now, see, I only notice that because sometimes you send me things. And it's like, oh, that's so amazing. She took the time to translate that for me. And I was like, oh, she kept the format from the combo. It's like, I actually don't think she translated it. I think they just speak to each other in English. And then I thought, well, that's sort of weird.
Like some parts just happen or like get said in English, and the other parts just like 80% of our conversation is in Dutch. And then like the rest is in English.
Okay, so we just
Indeed, Dutch is hard because you don't always have like the words that you need to express yourself.
see that doesn't give me confidence that the Belgians are saying Dutch is so hard.
But like I just don't feel like you have enough words to express yourself with. Because if you do, then they're just very
It feels strange.
confusing words that just don't even that if someone else would read it, that just wouldn't explain how you feel about something.
Same.
Yes, I hated Netherlands. Yeah. Just
Well,
ask any Dutch speaking person, they will all say they hated either just Dutch in general or when they had to learn Dutch at school. It sucks. For
I
real.
enjoyed learning Dutch, but I also learned Dutch as a second language, so I think it's a bit different.
Yeah. Like
Although apparently there are some stupid people at Vives who don't understand the difference between Dutch as a second language and then Dutch that like you would learn.
obviously there's a big difference.
Well, I had this whole conversation with this girl when I was buying my books because you have the English classes, right? And I was like, I'm fairly certain I don't need the English books. And she's like, no, you have to take the English course. It's like, but I speak English. And she's like, well, I speak Dutch, but I still had to take Dutch. I was like, okay, well, I speak English and I still had to take English, but I'm 100% certain that the English you took and the English I took are two very different Englishes.
Obviously.
So she was like, no, you definitely have to take this. And I was like, okay, so I bought the books. And we didn't use them for any of the classes. So I actually emailed the communications teacher. I was like, are these your books for the English classes? And she's like, yes, why do you have them?
Literally.
I was told I need to take the English class. And she's like, why?
Oh my god. Like yeah. Like the Dutch that we took like at school and everything, that was just to like perfectionize, I guess, the way that we speak or pronounce some things, or just to learn some extra words in Dutch and how they are spelled, or just to make our grammar and everything just better. Because, like, obviously, a lot of the kids that go to school and learn Dutch,
Oh, he said.
they just speak dialect. They hear dialect the entire time. So like it's just no. Like obviously if you would take a class to learn Dutch, it would be completely different. Because obviously you have to start from the basics. We already knew the basics. Like we can already speak it. We eventually learned how to read it because we were tiny. So like obviously there's a very big difference. Yeah, we don't speak the TV. Yeah, it is though.
Some jobs don't even speak the formal Dutch, it's just pure Flemish.
Yeah, like they think like in school they teach you from oh yeah, you always have to be like speak like the formal way and everything. While like when you're actually like at work, like when I do my summer job, don't think I even speak like one word like actual formal Dutch. Everything is just dialect. Well, okay, mostly because I work with old people, but whatever.
Well, you know, what's really interesting is that when I had to go take the Dutch lessons, the very first thing that they taught us was that ik spreek Nederlands, maar ik begrijp geen dialect. Like that's the first thing they taught us. That should have been foreshadowing, but it wasn't.
Oh my
Because
god.
it's really difficult because there are times when it's like, it sounds like Dutch, but I'm not understanding any of it. And you don't assume that it's because the person isn't speaking Dutch. You just assume, oh, I'm stupid and don't know it.
Mhm. Mijn is niet even voor jou voor slaapje te doen. Doe maar slaapje. Als ze daar gaat slapen, gaat ze niet meer bewegen. Dan zit je daarmee gekloot voor de rest van de nacht. Hè. Hoe weet dat toch? Ja, nee. I do mind because then you're gonna be in my way for me to sleep again.
It's so strange hearing you speak Dutch.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, it's like, you remember when I sent you the stuff about the one teacher who actually has a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on her YouTube channel, she only speaks Dutch.
Yeah.
And it really freaked me out because it's like,
Me too.
oh, that's what she really sounds like?
Mm-hmm.
Although there's a difference between
formal, but not shadow. Yeah. If you have to be like a more, I guess, yeah, more formal situations, usually it's just like the in-between.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the dialect we speak, you cannot completely rule out all of your like, dialective sounds you make. For example, my en at the end of some words will always just be dialective.
Mm-hmm. Well, for you personally, because I think you probably speak Dutch more often with the other students than I do.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's like, we'll say like proper clean Dutch, whatever the term is, or is it more dialect?
It's more dialect.
Ah.
But because we have like some, differences in dialects, it's mostly like in between. Yeah. What she says, or he says, I don't know. It's really true. Because like, if you speak to someone who's also from like West Flanders, or, if you don't speak like flat out West Flemish, then they're gonna think like, oh, what a snob. Unless it's like at school, then it's like kind of, especially like in college, because you have a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
just like from different places and everything. Then you're just like kind of you adapt to the situation.
No, I feel bad for some of the students because
Yeah.
I'm surprised that like how many students really have like zero understanding of Dutch.
Yeah, it surprised me as well. I was like, wait, seriously?
Because it's like I studied up to level 8 out of 10. And like I know my Dutch has just gone downhill because I haven't worked on it for like over a year. But still, I can still navigate things. Like it'll take me like 10 to 20 minutes to translate something or have to reread it over and over again before it's like, okay, I think this is what it's about. But there are so many students and it's like, oh no, I don't know any Dutch. It's like, are you working on it?
Yeah, because I mean you're still like in a school that primarily just all the forms of communication usually happen in Dutch. Which,
Yeah.
you should expect. And if you don't know even a word of Dutch, then yeah, you're gonna be in a big mess.
Because I would say, like, especially at the school, because, like, I know I have issues because sometimes, like, the words that were taught at school, they don't use them.
Yeah.
It's like they'll use all these, like, fancy terms. It's like, why can't you just use this one that I know? It's like, because Rani and I are in the student council, and half the time, Rani's like, okay, what did they say here? Because I don't understand it. So she's my translator. Where it's like, did they say this? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You're very
Like,
helpful.
sometimes I really have to like listen really carefully because otherwise I wouldn't pick it up myself. Like the amount of times that I'm confused during the student council, I swear to God.
Well, that one guy who speaks like an auctioneer.
Oh my God.
Like
I swear.
he was speaking so fast. It was literally like an auctioneer type. It's like, are we in a hurry? Or like, do you need to get like a certain word per minute in? Like, what's going on?
I don't get it either. He talks so fast.
And they're just like, listen, don't worry about understanding, just listen to the words. What can you pick out?
Yeah, I have the same
It,
thing.
it made me feel better that you were having that she's struggling to understand too, because I was like, yes, I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Oh, oh damn, it's already 11:30. Well, nearly.
Did you want to go so that you can go to sleep? Because we can cut
I
it.
don't know. We've actually already been live streaming for like 3.5 hours. Oh my God.
Yes. That's actually longer than I was expecting.
Same.
Because my husband was asking, well, how long do you think it'll be? I was like, well, I don't know. The last person that I like did with from the school was our accounting teacher.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, how long would it be? And I just told her like an hour, but I thought maybe we could like talk for like longer, but no, it was only an hour.
Oh my God. But yeah, it's a teacher. That's like completely different.
Yeah, but it was actually nice. We talked about the end of year project. We talked about the school because oh yeah, because you're not on the social media team. Because
Yeah,
we had
no.
a whole like 2 week period where we had to promote the products that the students were selling.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so like literally it was the last day of school before the study block, and I was because I had talked to her before about her coming on the channel. I said, would you want to come on like the last day and then we can put the links in the description for like the students or whatnot? And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be really nice. And so I
Oh,
thought that it'd go longer than like an hour, but no.
that's kind of sad though.
Yeah. But it was a nice chat.
Yeah, she's really nice to talk to.
Yeah. I like her. Like she really is one of my favorite teachers that we had for the first semester.
Me too.
But I
And
feel like we lost some of the good ones. Like I'm gonna miss the introduction to marketing teacher.
I don't know. I have like mixed feelings about that dude.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that he explained stuff because there were some things that we had that overlapped with the other marketing teacher. But it
Yeah.
was like he had explained it and it was just like, I don't understand what he means. And then the other guy explained it in like 5 seconds. It was like, oh, that is so easy.
Mm-hmm. For real.
It's like the blue strategy thing. Like I think the marketing teacher spent like 2 seconds on it, and then the other guy gave us like a 12-page document explaining it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
What is she even doing?
Just staring at the wall.
There's a ghost. If she's staring at the wall, there's 100% a ghost.
Nah, not getting any weird vibes. Don't think it's. I think she's just falling asleep.
No, there's definitely cats that stare off into the distance. That means there's a ghost.
Yeah, she acts different when there's a ghost.
I thought there was a ghost last night because I kept hearing these really weird noises that sounded like straight like ghost noises. And so I came into the living room and like went outside because I knew the noises were coming outside, and my husband was like, what are you doing? It's like, you don't hear the ghost noises.
It was probably just because of the wind.
Well, actually, it was because like up the street, there's this factory, and they must have been loading stuff onto a truck, and
Yeah.
that was like because it was weird, like, and it just like kept repeating in the same way, and it was like it was ghost noises, but it wasn't.
Oh
They
my
were
God.
recording something else, but I was really freaked out.
Be happy you don't live in my house. You will be freaked out all the time.
Well, I've just accepted that there are ghosts. There are more ghosts in Europe than I swear in the US. Although my
Yeah.
mom's house is 100% haunted. Because her
Oh,
house creaks, and if you're in bed, like you can hear like somebody walking up the stairs, but nobody was walking up the stairs.
oh my God. Well, I have that thing in my I have an attic above my room because we made like one house from two houses,
Uh-huh.
and you can hear like footsteps sometimes. So sometimes I'm like, okay, that is not the wind or normal creaking. But it's okay. I've gotten used to it. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
I've had priests visit my room more than once when I was little, so I guess I've gotten used to it. The amount of times my room has been blessed by a priest, I can't even count them on my fingers anymore. I wouldn't have enough hands.
Well, I will say that the new house that we moved into is less haunted than our house in France. Like, there was some weird crap.
Yeah?
More than once, like, I'd close a window and, like, it would just magically open.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those windows that you had to, like, turn and push. And, like, I can understand, okay, I didn't close it right the first time, but when it keeps happening and it's like, these are new windows, they're not hard to close.
Yeah. It's creepy.
It's like,
I
no,
have that thing with like doors and like lights. Yeah, doors and lights mostly. Because like if I don't want my cats to come into my room, I literally like lock my door.
mm-hmm.
A lot of times my door has just been standing wide open.
Oh yeah, you have a ghost. Hopefully it's a
Yeah,
good ghost.
I hope so as well. I haven't gotten really weird vibes or like bad vibes lately, so or like lights that I was 100% sure of that I turned off back on. Like bitch, you're seriously just spending a lot of energy annoying me.
Be mindful of your carbon footprint, ghosts.
Yeah. Like come on. Climate change. Or like they like to freak out my cats. Especially the one that's laying on my bed right now. She gets scared very easily. My other cat doesn't get scared that easily.
Oh, my
Most of the
cat
time
will talk to the
she's sterile.
ghosts. Do your cats do that?
Hmm?
Will your cat talk to the ghosts?
I don't know. They do interact with them.
Because that freaks me out. Like, I can deal with my cat, like, just randomly staring at something. It's like, okay, there's a ghost, whatever. And, like, I just walk away. But, like, when the cat starts to, like, talk to the walls, it's like, please don't
Oh,
talk to the ghost.
yeah, I know that. Because like my cat that's just like laying on my bed right now, like if she's going to like just stand up and like leave to go for like food or anything, then it's not that creepy because like it's very calm. But
Yeah.
when she suddenly just jumps and like runs away very fast, then I'm like, oh, poor kitty, what did they do? But like my other cat, Nanu, so the oldest one, every time you like even like slightly touch her, but you're like not really actually touching her, she would already like make a noise.
Aw.
The amount of times that happens, like randomly at night when I'm not even close to her, that's so creepy.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Or bless you.
I wonder if anyone has any ghost stories to share with us.
I'm sorry, what?
I wonder if anybody has any ghost stories to share with us.
I don't know. The chat got really quiet.
Yeah, it has been very quiet for like the past 15 minutes.
It's probably because we went on a tangent about ghosts. They're like, okay, this got weird.
If anybody is alive, give a sign.
The ghost got him.
Oh God.
Or maybe they fell asleep.
Well, then it was a nice bedtime story. Oh, I'm gonna have to sneeze again.
Don't dead.
It doesn't want to come.
You have to look up at the lights. Okay,
Well,
Kevin looked up too.
yeah, well, why? Sneeze. I swear to God, you're so weird.
I don't know if you have the same thing in Belgium, but like if you have to sneeze and it won't come, you have to look up at the lights. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem to have worked, but
Hey, John is still alive.
Bo.
Ooh. Do you have any
Oh,
ghost
is that
stories?
supposed to be Boo?
Yeah, boo.
Like a ghost. Oh,
It's funny.
John's alive.
Yay.
John also sort of has like a scary little avatar that's like a little hand coming out that could be a ghost.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Maybe he's the ghost. Stop terrorizing the cats.
Nah, I don't think that is John. John doesn't give off bad vibes. What? Are you bored, Miskin?
No,
Okay.
I'm just listening.
Your boyfriend is so quiet.
Yeah, he is when he's in a social environment. But like when we're alone, he won't stop talking.
I try, but it doesn't really work.
You try,
Yet fail miserably.
you always fail.
Just get sick of it.
You're probably just a very pensive person. You have active listening skills.
Listening is it goes in and it goes out.
You can be so cringy.
Yeah, most of the time.
Hey, helemaal butt shaked. You okay? Just keeps on laughing.
You cracked him up.
Oh.
It wasn't really that sneaky. I was actively pushing my laptop more towards you.
I didn't notice it, so I call it sneaky.
Babe, that's because you're blind.
Yeah, sure. Nee, nog?
Watch out what you say about yourself, eh? Or you're gonna have a fight with me, eh?
Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna play with the kitten. Look,
Yeah, he's a bit
she wants my attention again.
he's a bit shy.
Well, yay that he showed up on camera. Thank you.
What? How?
I was playing with her tail, then she
And now
went
she's
this.
just laying there like with her legs wide open and just one paw stretched out.
Oh, she's a little whore kitty.
Yeah. He's just like, I want my belly rubbed. Oh my god, she's gonna get mad. She's doing the little thingy with her tail. Oh,
Does
she's
she bite?
drinking. No, she doesn't. But she would like claw.
My cat's a biter. Like she won't draw blood, but she'll like chomp down on you.
Ah, yeah, my other cat does that.
And then if she
But,
gets
like,
really mad,
that I
she
have
does like
upstairs,
button kicks.
she claws and she bites.
Yeah.
Like, she's so cute and she has a little fat belly. So
Yeah.
I'm always like,
They nearly bite twice. Just a sign I need to stop
Mincha?
touching.
Yeah, because like I have this cat, Mincha. I think she's about to be 3 years, and she's like, how do you call it? Like a cat that has like orange, black, and white.
A tabby.
Yeah, she's tabby, but like she's tiny, but she has a fat belly.
Mm-hmm.
She's soft.
But she also has attitude problems. So like she's very soft to pet and to cuddle with. And I'm always tempted to rub her belly. But you know what happens?
She
just
gets mad.
she just claws my hand and she bites at it. Like literally she just does like wham.
And this is the cat that doesn't like Kevin.
No. She likes everybody. That cat
Oh.
likes everybody. And her name is Mintje. But I always call her Minnie because she's so tiny.
That's adorable.
Until she goes now.
Yeah. She always just goes up to people and is like, attention. Until she randomly just gets enough of it and then she's just like, okay, I'm out. Bye.
My cat is sort of like that, though she cons people. Because more than once we've had people like inquire about the health of our cat by saying, "Do you feed your cat?" It's like, "Yes, we feed her." And it's like, "Are you feeding her?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, because she acts like you don't feed her." It's like, "Well, we
Every
do.
cat is like that.
It's just she wants more food." And
Yeah.
you got conned. And they like legitimately like do not believe this. It's like, no, look, come. Like she has access to dry food all the time. We give her wet food. She kills birds like on the regular. Like we give her food. Even at night, she gets scraps of like meat that we don't finish. Like she's fed.
Yeah.
She's just a con artist.
Specifically cats. Like they have a very, very, very good life. They're still gonna act like you don't fucking feed them.
Well, that's like the
How
worst.
disrespectful can you be?
Those like we actually went on vacation and we asked our neighbors to come in and give wet food to our cats.
Mhm.
And the woman was like, "You didn't talk to me about water." And so I put like a little water dish out because like your cat was acting really thirsty. And my whole thing is, oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the water. It's like, did she drink out of the water dish? And she's like, yeah. It's like, really? And she's like, yeah, why would she? It's like, well, you see the glasses that are on the table? We have those for the cat. And she was like, why? It's like, because she won't drink out of the water dish when we do it. Like, I literally leave out, like, a glass filled with water because if I don't, she'll drink the water from the toilet.
Oh no. Oh.
You.
Yeah, and that grosses me out. So it's like, okay, no, just always leave out water in a glass because she will always drink that. But you put like you put the water in a cat dish and she's like, no, this is too dirty. But it's like,
My
you'll
God.
literally drink the toilet water.
Such a drama queen. Like my dog doesn't want to drink out of like an actual dish that's like made for dogs to drink out of, like a metal dish. He is not gonna drink or eat out of one of those. But you give him a fucking just a plate with like a little bit of water or a little bit of food. Exact same food, exact same water. He's gonna drink or eat. Like,
Oh, so
what's wrong?
that annoys me. It's like our
Yeah.
cat, whenever it rains, because we have like little planters with the little thing underneath that catches water. Like
Mhm.
she'll drink the water from that.
I
It's
let
like
my
they
dog
let
drink the
water
water from the
enter you.
plants. They just drink everything except for the stuff that they are supposed to drink.
Yeah.
They're just pets.
It's
They
like that
love
makes me angry.
annoying us.
Like she'll drink the toilet water. It's like there's literally clean water on the table that I just set out for you in a human glass.
I get it.
Oh,
Oh, but she's so cute. She fell asleep.
aw.
Oh. She
See,
looks
I'll
like
go to bed and my cat will probably be on my side of the bed.
well, she's accompanying your husband, so he's not alone.
Yeah, and then I'll kick her out because there's literally not enough room for me, my husband, and the cat because she likes to sleep between us and she doesn't sleep up and down. She likes to sleep sideways. And
Yeah.
like she's such a tiny little thing, but when she stretches out, she's like so long and she literally pushes. And it's not like, oh, because she'll do the claw thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love the claw thing.
I don't, it hurts.
Vegan bread.
It's like making little bits.
Well, it's okay if you have like layers, but like my pajamas are too thin. Like, because it's just like her doing that on my skin.
I don't mind it. 'Cause, like, most of them, they don't really go like into my skin unless it's like from Chanel, my other cat. That really, if she does it, it's really like with like tiny little stabbing things. Well, like Minus just does tiny this. She does like this.
Oh no, not my cat. My cat like fully extends her claws and drags them.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
like
Okay, yeah.
yeah, like I don't even like her doing it on my clothes because she's ruined so many clothes just from doing her little kneading thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like unless it's a sweater or like a blanket over top, it's like no, Tuna's not with the claws.
Your cat sounds so adorable, though.
Well, she's so super nice. Like all the neighbors love her because she's super tiny because she's like a French breed. So even though she's fully grown, she still looks like a kitten.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, and then she doesn't understand that she's small. So like other cats that are like twice her size, like she will freak out on them and they're scared of her.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh.
But like probably the funniest thing is that we had Tuna before we had children, and so the children have always grown up with the cat, and Tuna's grown up with the kids, and so she really likes them to a certain point. She doesn't like all the noise they make.
Ah, yeah.
And she's really well behaved with them because really the only time that she scratched them is when really they deserved it because it's like, no, if you continue doing that, she's going to scratch you. And when she scratches you, I'm not going to say like, oh, poor you because you're going to deserve it. Stop annoying the cat. And that's literally
Yes.
the only time it's like they were really bugging her, like they were trying to sit on her and squish her or something. And she's like, baff. It's like, you deserve that. You don't get to cry.
Yeah. If they deserve it, then they just have to deal with it.
Oh, but it's hilarious because they really like Tuna and they want her to sleep with them. But then if she takes over their pillow, it's like the end of the world.
Like, what do they expect? Come
Well,
on.
they're okay if she sleeps like literally anywhere else on the bed, but she can't sleep on their pillow.
Ah, yeah.
And see, they're too afraid to push her off.
Okay, yeah.
So then they wake up in the morning, Tuna stole my bed. And it's like, well, why didn't you move her? And they're like, I don't know.
Oh my
best response that I ever got from my children. Like, my son came home the other day and he had like this scratch on his cheek. And I said, what happened? Because he has like a scratch, and not like a scratch, like it's a scrape. It looked like he fell or something. I said, what happened to your cheek? I don't know. I was like, okay. And then later he said, Mama, what happened to my cheek? I was like,
Well, if you don't know, I don't know.
yeah, that's exactly what I said. You didn't tell me what happened, so I don't know. And he's like, oh, well, what do you think happened? I was like, well, did you run into a door? It's like, I don't know. It's like, did you fall? I don't know. It's like,
How do you not know if you fell or not? Like, that sounds like you, but okay.
no, they're at that stage. Like, I'll ask them, are you hungry? I don't know. It's like, this really is like a yes or no answer. Like, either you want to eat or you don't.
That is even the easiest question you can ever get. Are you hungry? Yes. Or no, I'm not hungry. Oh, God. Oh.
You seem sleepy. I think I should let you go.
I think this is about a good time to end the stream because it's almost 4 hours.
Oh yeah, that is a good length of a stream. So I'm going
Yes.
to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for joining us. By the way, because I don't think we mentioned it at all, Rani has her own YouTube channel, which I left in the description down below, and she's on Instagram. So you guys should check her out. She does awesome like study with me videos. And sometimes Kevin's on them.
Yeah. Sometimes he joins me.
Thumbs up.
I still have those conversations with my wife, like, you have a boo-boo. Oh yeah, look at that. What did you do? I don't know. Maybe it's a guy thing then.
Yeah. But like with us, it's like, oh, you have a bruise.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
He just notices it, and then I'm like, oh, where did it came from? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I get that, but that's just because I'm clumsy and walk into things. Or like somebody like flicks me, and it's like, oh, I have a bruise from that. It's like I bruise easily.
Say.
Okay, so I can understand that. Okay, so we're going to go. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.